Hello, people of Earth. It's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today, it's Pape Day, as we are presenting the Go Home show and the event itself, GWA Cold Snap. But first, the Go Home Trebuchet. Before we get to any of that, I'd like to say hello to everybody in chat or checking us out on VOD, no matter who, what, where, when, why, or how you happen to be in this great big old world of ours. Happy to have you with us, and hope that it finds you well. All right, I am excited to get to this Go Home show. So without any further Mr. Magoo, let's start that sucker. Show intro on. I do so love jumping into the GWA wormhole, and away we go. Let's see where it spits us out. It's just this nice feeling here of traversing the null space in between the two connected points that we're coming out of. Oh, here we go. Just jump through another node. It'll spit us out eventually in our custom-built GWA Trebuchet Arena. We have 6 exciting matches on tap for today's Trebuchet. Only 6 rather than the normal 7 because we have a jumbo-sized match starting off. More on that in a moment. Hello, one and all! Pum, pum, pum. I love that there's real ads in this, too. Like, I have no say over the fact that Old Spice and Snickers have their logo right there. Nothing I can do about that. Here in lovely Nottingham, England. I believe we've been here before, but certainly we're bopping back and forth between the US and England, it seems. Or the UK, or surrounding isles. There's that 8-person tag I was telling you about. We're going to pop the entrances off real quick. Get down to the ring. Take a look at this action. This is an 8-person tag. Ooh. Max Mayfield way in the back there, and partner 11. Hellfire FC teaming up with Bad Guys, as represented by Yolandi Visser and Tank Girl, former tag champs. Both teams former tag champs on this side, actually. And on the opposing side, sorry, Beyonce and Queenie, they are Lady Boss, but unfortunately having never held the tag belts. And next to them, on the opposing side, are Street Toughs of Cammy and Chun-Li, our inaugural women's tag team champions. The winning member of whatever team. So, okay, here's how this works. Let me try to explain this. Okay, we obviously have a winner and a loser. Whomever scores the pinfall or submission for their team, their normal tag team, like their usual tag team partner, and they get a tag team shot at the pay-per-view. I have a little grievance to air about tag teams later, but we'll get to that in the main event. First, we're going to jam on down to the ring for 8-woman action. I don't know why there was an H in that word. Looks like Tank Girl's going to start things up with Beyonce looking fabulous. Everybody's looking fabulous tonight. Let's not mince words. Oof. Certainly this kick's looking fabulous. Point of the boot. Looked like in the shoulder of Beyonce there before the shot to the side of the head. Tank Girl tagging her regular partner. In comes Yolandi Visser. Visser and Tank Girl. The most successful GWA Women's Tag Team Champions in our company's short history. To perhaps earn their way back to a title opportunity should Yolandi or Tank Girl be successful in defeating one of their 4 opponents. So you do have 2 shots to get your team into the championship match, where the Black Order await at Cold Snap. Is Beyonce tagging in her regular partner, Queen Elizabeth II, member of Lady Boss. Nice elbow drop there by Queenie onto Yolandi, the rich bitch of the GWA. Oh, don't quite know how she's hooked in the ropes there. There, she'll figure it out. Her character model is slide into position, more or less. Wedged between the top and the middle ropes. I've never seen that before. Oh! Standing crossbody. Amazing that Yolandi built up enough momentum to knock Queenie over there. The short arm clothesline, beautifully done. Yolandi just bringing some offense together. Trying to make sure she has Queenie stunned to perhaps tag out to a partner. Oh, marching Queenie across the ring instead. Liz into the turnbuckle. Yolandi following it up. Oh, big forearm across the chest. Sweeney down in the corner, and Yolandi loves it. Cutting the ring in half here. Off the rope she comes. Drops the big leg. That looks familiar. Did she say her prayers? They were training. Oh, no. She didn't believe enough in herself. With a big whoopsie to the midsection. Let's call it lower midsection and be generous. Very interesting point of attack there by Yolandi. Another big leg drop. Doesn't go for the pin this time. What's she going to do with Yolandi Visser? I feel like references to that gentleman are okay. Because, like, I'm referencing the character that I saw on TV for so long. But I'm not necessarily praising or... You know what I mean? Like invoking the I'm hoping. Not that I'm not necessarily invoking the individual, if I'm just saying stuff the character said, rather than how that person speaks and acts, thinks of and treats other people, etc., etc. Good gravy! I think Tank Girl liked her treatment on that powerbomb from Queen Elizabeth II. Who gets herself some space and tags back into Beyonce. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of tag partners tagging their normal partners in this one, but you do have a couple more allies on your side. You have 4 opponents apiece. And if you are successful in pinning or submitting the active opponent in the ring, your tag team earns the shot at Black Order at the Cold Snap pay-per-view. This could have been a 4-way tornado tag team match, but unfortunately there's no 4-way, everybody just takes a corner of the ring style tag match. So this is why we're having an 8-woman instead. Just being perfectly blunt with how I can look things. I wish I could do a 4 tag team match where it didn't have to be tornado. Where everyone just had their active corner. Where, you know, they have the 2 corners now. You just put the other 2 teams on the other 2 opposite corners. And that's where they're assigned. Which, like, everybody knows. Well, maybe it's a little confusing on tag animation or, like, knowing which corner that they tag to and from or where to go back to, but I feel like you just tell, okay, you go back here, like you go back to corner A or B or C or D or 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever nomenclature you want, however you want to identify it in your program. North, south, east, west, whatever. And then tell it that, like, the new person is active from this corner, but you go back to the, I don't know. There's got to be a way they can do it. I put it to you, programmers with the 2K games. Though that is one of the reasons that I tend to wait a couple of, well, one, the chief reason being financial. Secondarily, I tend to wait a couple of years between getting wrestling titles, much like I wait a few years, or used to wait a few years between getting hockey games, because the annual iterations I don't find lends to showcasing how much you're putting into the games. Like, sure, people see the bugs, and they're numerous, but the bugs exist because these WWE 2K games are trying to be like 4 full games at once, and it's wild how much crap you can do just within the realm of putting people into a wrestling match, and how much you can get out of that based on all of the different modes that are in this game. Like, I tip my cap. Like, I cannot believe how much you get to do in these things, and it's only increasing year by year. Oh my god, sorry, we just turned on a spotlight there quickly just for that close-up, but then we cut out of the close-up before we turned the spot off. What a production snafu. Sorry about that, everybody. Well, hang on. Beyonce now. Catching 11. Angels wing, center of the ring. A lot of folk distracted on the outside. Beyonce looking to tag Queenie. No, just had a little pep talk with Queen Elizabeth II in the corner. Oh. Nope. Now some words for Cammy from Beyonce. Seems intent or primarily interested in pinning 11 herself. I did not factor in. This is going to take a while because there's 4 people and I did not set a time limit. 4 people aside. We corrected this problem with trios matches by putting a nice 15-minute cap on it. But here, this is going to be wild getting a proper pin. He says at a 2.5 count on 11 from Cammy. Got an assist from all of her teammates. it seemed, to try to get that pin done, but Tank Girl, the only opponent that came to the 8 of 11. That could have worked out well for her. I mean, a submission's probably your best bet. Probably your best bet. If you're going to fend off and or distract the mob of people around the ring at any given time. This is the maximum amount of characters I can have in a match. Oh, following a slam on the outside. Slip out by 11 in the ring. 11 and Cammy still legal. Beyonce just trying to wear out Yolandi Visser on the floor. Nice move by 11. Looks like Chun-Li and Queen Elizabeth II distracted, so they're not helping their tag partner, but Cammy with the presence of mind to grab that bottom rope. Breaking the count at 1. Spending a minimum amount of energy to do so. A minimal amount of energy, I should say. I thought about this a lot before I started streaming. I've only been streaming for a couple of years. There's a lot of words in my life that I've never said aloud. I've only written. This only really exists as the written word. I didn't speak a lot. Now I talk all the time. Much to my family's dismay. Double underhook by 11 here. Nice butterfly suplex. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. It's American comrades. Aren't you glad that I went with Silent G Unit and not Comrades for the sort of group of whatever supporters with this group for Rad Gnarly? Woo! Work now by 11. The Cammy nicely done. They're about being the fairest of plays. Now just wailing away on her face. Just trying desperately to rip that beret off her head, but nothing doing. I don't know how she stayed, how she keeps it on. Missed the pin down, sewn into her hair perhaps. Oh, blocked it! She went for the eclipse, but it was blocked. Excuse me, the Lego My Ego, I'm told she calls it. It was blocked by Cammy. And over goes Max. For the count of 5, she would have gotten her team disqualified, and since Cammy would have been the legal person in the match, that would have set the Street Toughs to the pay-per-view. No matter how you win, whomever's legal on the winning side of the team, of the 4-person team in this 8-person match, their tag team, gets the title shot. Easiest, most ordered way we could do this. Queen Elizabeth II measuring. Oh, 11 for that powerbomb variation. And Yolandi Visser with a drop kick to the side of the head. Chun-Li unable to thwart that attempt to break up the pin, and the fight continues. Queenie firmly in command of 11 here, who has absorbed a lot of punishment in this matchup, I must say. Every time her squad seems to be in trouble, it seems to be 11 that's on the receiving end of the whooping. As Beyonce seems to have isolated Yolandi Visser for the bad guys. Particularly vile taste in her mouth for that tag team combo. Those two factions feuding for the majority of the year here in the GWA. Oh! Now we see 11 valiantly fighting back. Snap suplex to Queen Elizabeth II. Yolandi somehow back to her feet. Taking the long way back to her corner. But at least she makes it there. Queen set up against the turnbuckle. Tag team offense coming as Tank Girl gets tagged in. Double pancake to Her Majesty. Tank Girl feeling it now. Queenie desperate for a tag. Dives and in comes Cammy. I think Beyonce was also leaning for the tag, but Cammy thrust her hand in the way, only to get caught, and wrapped up by Tank Girl. Beyonce didn't break it up. No love lost between any of these 4 teams amongst this two-team configuration. It behooves you to keep the match going. try to get one of your two team members a chance to be in the match when it's over, and hopefully on the winning side at that. Back and forth they go. Oh! Code breaker. Onto the chin. High tank girl. The other half of that bad guys combination with Yolandi Visser that had a virtual stranglehold on the Women's Tag Team Championship for months here. And their telltale resilience. Oh, and that is it! Just as we speak of it, Yolandi Visser with that lariat, knocking Cammy smooth out. And punching the bad guy's ticket back to the promised land. At least in terms of title shots. As I have a little pay-per-view to fill in here. Okay, so here are your winners! These four. I would individually name them, but that is complicated, and I don't wanna. I assume the game says. I don't wanna. Oh, look at that fun pose. That's neat. It's almost a little Ginyu Forcey. Okay. Let's get out of here with that. On to match 2. Ah, yes, the never-ending feud between Hollywood and Violence and the Soul Bros rages on. Mind you, I say never-ending. We're wrapping it up at Cold Snap, and I got just the match to do it in. As Nicolas Cage is teaming up with Jason Statham to take on longtime rival Chuck Norris and Jackie Chan. Standard tag team competition headed your way. Quite a number of tag team matches on this card, I'm realizing, but you know, gotta save the bigger singles matches for the pape that we also have to present today. 5 title matches on that one, grudge matches on that one, a slap together trios match on that one. I believe the Multimedia Championship will be on the line at the pay-per-view in a Leader of the Six-Pack Challenge, which is of course the GWA signature 6-person elimination match. So expect a wild one there, as that means 5 pinfalls or submissions. We've already seen Spawn defend against 9 other competitors in a 10-person Rumble in an absolute tour de force performance, eliminating half the field on its way to victory. At the pay-per-view, we're told he's putting the belt on the line against 5 others. Yep, we're getting official confirmation now in my ear. There's going to be a Leader of the Six-Pack Challenge match for the GWA Multimedia Championship coming up at Cold Snap this Sunday, aka a couple hours from now, stream time. Call your local pay-per-view or cable provider, see how you can get your hands, get your peepers, get your earballs on GWA Cold Snap. Only on pay-per-view, aka free on Twitch. YouTubes. On the Orb Torbs as well. Whoa! Spinning crossbody block there from Jackie Chan. Took a risk, it did not pay off as Statham is able to avoid. In comes a fresh Nicolas Cage, full of P&V, and ready to unload on the Jackie Chan. Standing Spanish Fly. Chan feeling a bit randy. Betwixt these 2 factions rages on. Chuck Norris waiting on the floor for Nicolas Cage there. The leader of Hollywood and Violence again has to turn his attention to Jackie Chan, member of the Soul Bros, headed by the man in the Winnipeg tuxedo, Chuck Norris. I'm sorry, Halifax tuxedo? Basically any Canadian city. Growing up, you would hear that. I remember hearing Winnipeg or Halifax, my friend. That, of course, being denim on denim. Pretty much the standard outfit for a lot of people in the mid-80s and more. The land that I love. God, here comes Jason Statham. I don't know how he keeps those sneakers so white. meaning to ask him. Also, why he couldn't find a pair of black sneakers to match the rest of his outfit. Dear Lord. Deadlift, leg lift, backdrop suplex from Jason Statham to a prone Jackie Chan. Desperately trying to fight his way to Chuck Norris here. But the stuff, whatever attempt that was, into a little capoeira. Eddie Gordo from Jackie Chan, master of many styles over the years. Or maybe a dabbler. Maybe he dabbles. The dabbler. Rocket launching Chuck Norris into the big whoopsie. Onto the pocketed chest of Jason Statham. The athlete in the GWA wrestles in whatever they were teleported into the arena when they were first selected for the roster. What a powerbomb, center of the ring. Chuck Norris there has to break it up before the 3. That would have been it. A big whoopsie to the chest of Statham. Jackie Chan neutralizing Nicolas Cage as Chuck Norris just wailing away, caving in the chest of Statham. Outside the ring, Jackie Chan firmly in command from what I can tell. No reason to believe otherwise until I see evidence. Nice head takeover there by Statham. Trying to get back into this thing. Runs to the top rope. Blood in his eyes. Oh! Thought he had missed the moonsault, but Chuck Norris took too much time and got moonsaulted on the back. Statham maintaining control with a gator roll. Now trying to drag Norris away from the ropes. From the sounds of battle, I assume Chan and Cage on the outside are still... Nope. Oh, just a 1 count. As Chan slid into the ring to help his friend out. And Norris got out of the pin onto his own power before the 2 regardless. Interesting leg trip there by Statham. Taking back out to Nicolas Cage. It's going to come to a head for once and for all between these 2 at GWA Cold Snap. As these 2 will face off in a 20-minute Iron Man match. That's right, a legit 20-minute match between these 2 jokesters. For once and for all, their feud will end. We're going to have to turn on the HUD for that. Pack a lunch, because it is going to be a legit 20-minute match. You have to be. Statham comes back in. I don't know how wise that is. That's a lot of blood on the side of his face running into that right eye. Hanging in there. Back getting the better of Norris. Oh, bouncing his head off the turnbuckle, I believe, and Norris now busted open as well. Nice done. Setting Norris up for that belly-to-belly from Nicolas Cage, now measuring his man. These 2, as we said, going to be in a Iron Man match at the pay-per-view. Can Cage get the win here? No, Jackie Chan, there you saw it, and saw focus headed toward you. Making the save for Chuck Norris, still down and out on the canvas. He's coming from by Chan, continuing to distract Cage, but he's got to leave the ring before a count of 5. Statham in as Norris struggles back to his feet. Cage remaining as fresh as possible on this one. Nice reverse DDT counter by Norris on Statham. Thought Norris was going to go for the tag, but has something in mind for Jason Statham before that, perhaps. Sets him up from the corner. Elbow to the eye. Gets Statham back in the center of the ring. Counter to the Northern Lights. Nicely done. Here comes Jackie Chan. Corner by Chan. Oh! Goodness gracious, 2 boosts to the face of Jackie. Statham back in command just like that. Going to secure a big win here for Hollywood and Violence ahead of the pay-per-view. The faction leaders will meet for the final time. 20-minute Iron. That's as long a match as I'm willing to do, knowing the time limit. I don't presume that many of these other matches go longer than 10-ish. In most cases, that's why we cap the trios at 15. So a 20-minute, a legit 20-minute singles match is the most I'm willing to commit of real time on stream. I feel that's reasonable. It's like the episode of a television show. Cut out the commercials. Sobro is looking good here. On Statham, that's usually when the momentum switches, is when I mention it. Jackie Chan with a couple nice combinations there, but unfortunately battered him all the way across the ring into his own corner. Able to prevent Statham from tagging so far, as he's just peppering him with shots. Now Chan wisely marches him back across the ring. Into the turnbuckle. Quick tag to Norris. Going to see some double team offense here. Big shot right into the exposed rib cage. Oh! Snaps him over with a German. Into the cover goes Norris. One. Cage flying across the ring to make the save. Norris now. Oh, rudely depositing Nicolas Cage up and over the top rope to the floor. Wanted to tag Jackie Chan, but he was mesmerized with that feat of strength. As were we all. Now Statham finding a little space here. Sends Norris across the ring. Statham in the corner. What does he have in mind? Diving clothesline off Brett's rope. Norris rolls away. Offense blocked by Statham. Trying to Statham one step ahead. And then going back and forth. There's that interesting leg trip. Statham there. Norris has no answer for that. Has had no answer all match. Cage back in, perhaps taking a little too long to gloat here as Norris is desperate to make a tag. Looks like Cage is going to let him do it. And in comes Jackie Chan. I think Cage was a little too, was enjoying the sight of Chuck Norris having to crawl to his corner too much. Now he has to deal with a fresher Jackie Chan. Oh, turning up the heat but missing with that last moonsault. Oh, takes a stiff knee to the side of the head. Cage has had enough. As we said, he's staying as fresh as possible in this matchup. It's the toll it's taking on Jason Statham as his partner as he re-enters this one. Round and round he goes. Statham doing a good job of keeping things on the mat. Trying to bust open Jackie Chan by punching him square in the forehead. Ref, those are closed fist shots. I don't know if those are necessarily legal or if they've relaxed that rule in pro wrestling. But be on the lookout. That looks like dirty pool, my friend. Dirty pool. Statham looking for the chaos theory here. Got him up and over. Holds for the pin. One. Oh, Chuck Norris double accent with a midsection there to break it up. Statham on a roll here against Jackie Chan, looking to put him away. As Norris and Chan in opposite corners. Flips him over, looking for another chaos theory. Into the center. Chuck Norris stuck in the corner, can only look on. 1, 2, 3, no! Jackie Chan somehow under his own power, then Chuck Norris with a leg drop to the back of the head of Statham. Distracting Statham from following up on Jackie Chan, who's going to need all the time he can get to recover after that. Statham shifting his focus to Chuck Norris, allowing Chan back to his feet. Oh, Statham helps him back down to the canvas. Another interesting roll through into an arm drag variation of sorts, leg assisted. Very interesting offense here from Jason Statham. Can't quite place the influence of it, but it's fun to look at. Their belly to belly tandem style. Out of Cage and Statham, nicely done. As Cage is looking to put Jackie Chan away. Kick to the inner thigh. Stops that momentarily. Into the Northern Lights. Chan's gonna let go. Tagging into Norris. These two are going tete-a-tete for the final time of the pay-per-view. Slugging it out here on GWA Trebuchet. We couldn't be happier to have you strolling down the gnarly wrestling aisle, where today we're showing you the Go Home Trebuchet for the Cold Snap pay-per-view headed your way later this very stream. Hey, what's going on, Rocco? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Nicolas Cage not having a good day with that Dragon Sleeper on the floor, applied by Chuck Norris. 10 count in effect. This could end in a count out. Doing pretty well. Pretty lazy day. But, you know, starting it with this. Got that exciting double feature later. That'll be fun. Real BC. Good gravy. Triple bomb by Norris. But Jason Statham, right place, right time. Oh dear, now gonna pay for it. Up and over he goes, and out of the ring. Good gravy, Norris on a roll, looking to put Cage down and out. Got him up. Powerbomb. For another triple bomb combo perhaps, that's two. Here comes the third. Splat goes Nicolas Cage. A symphony of power bombs to Nick Cage, and this could do it. No! Nicolas Cage rolls the shoulder at 2.9. A frustrated Norris tagging in Jackie Chan, headed to the top rope. I think he's waiting for Nicolas Cage to stand. Oh no! Just wanted to part way up to drop that elbow into the small of his back. Vicious strike from Chan off the top, and Statham saves the matchup. Somehow still alive. Dear Lord, but not for long, as he's hoisted over the top rope by Jackie Chan. Splatting to the floor below. There you see him prone in front of the commentation station as in comes Chuck Norris. Soul Bros firmly in command at the moment. Oh, what a counter by Norris. They're going to put Nick Cage away ahead of their final singles confrontation at the pay-per-view. A 20-minute Iron Man match at Cold Snap to settle things between Hollywood and Violence and the Soul Bros once and for all. What a leg lariat. Into the cover goes Cage, and he almost stole it. You see Statham has finally recovered, getting back into the corner of Hollywood and Violence. As Nicolas Cage slowing things down with a figure four, Chan in to break that up immediately. Oh. A shot to the jaw for his troubles. Oh, blunt force trauma. Yeah. Cage with a desperation tag. That did not help Chuck Norris. All that did was get Statham fresh into the matchup as Norris took all that time struggling to his feet. Adrenaline rush though. Oh, and into a Dragon Sleeper on Statham. Look at the way his body's bent. Good gravy. Statham in a world of hurt. But somehow hangs on. Norris adjusting his strategy. Now taking the semi-conscious Statham into his corner. Double team maneuver coming up with Jackie Chan off the second rope. Working on the arm of Statham. Statham able to thwart any follow-up offense. Nicolas Cage nowhere in sight. Oh, there I see his hand. Just coming up. Chaos Theory from Statham. Nicolas Cage needs to have his back here. 1, 2. Norris saves the matchup. Double axe handle to the knee that time of Statham. Turns his attention to Chuck Norris. Gets out of a suplex. German to Jason Statham. Chan still out. Nicolas Cage looking like he's putting up his dukes to the ref for some reason. Oh no. He's measuring Jackie Chan. I apologize. But unfortunately ran out of time to do any damage. Nice kick in the corner by Chan. Headed up top. Twisting moonsault. Split-legged. Into the pin. 2. Nicolas Cage saves it. Speaking of saves it, I move my controller so it doesn't turn off, thus ensuring it does not disrupt the flow of the match. Any more than my fourth wall breaking commentary currently is. As Chuck Norris is back in this one, a heated contest between Hollywood and Violence and the Soul Bros, one of the longest rivalries in the GWA, finally coming to an end at this week's pay-per-view. GWA Cold Snap, coming to you later this very afternoon. I'm so glad we only booked 6 matches on this Trebuchet, as we are 45 minutes deep already. Well, only half an hour of broadcast time. Oh, and that is it! After wearing down Jason Statham, Nicolas Cage nowhere in sight, Jackie Chan pinning Jason Statham. Soul Bros picking up the win on Hollywood and Violence. That last bit of momentum on the side of Chuck Norris as he heads into his match with Nicolas Cage.
The Social Outcasts.
Yeah, sorry about that. He means the Soul Bros, as we long called them. So we have the worst ring announcer in the game, but it was a Nepo hire. We can't, unfortunately, get rid of them. Oh, I had no idea that Jackie Chan had also been busted open. The bloody and battered Soul Bros picking up the win here. This seems like an airport lounge piano playing in the background. I'm going to go ahead and turn entrances off. Now some singles competition in the women's division. Billie Eilish, leader of the bad guys. Got to be psyched that Yolandi Visser and Tank Girl earned themselves a tag shot at the pay-per-view. In singles competition against Nicki Minaj as the two jostle for ranking amongst the singles competitors in the women's division. Of course, the World Women's Championship will be on the line at GWA Cold Snap, where Katy Perry will be defending her title against Wonder Woman, who won an 8-woman tournament, single elimination tournament, to determine that #1 contendership. But of course, activity must still exist betwixt singles competitors in the women's division at all times, so we can always be churning up fresh competitors for the World Championship. We're going to see the World Women's Champion and her #1 contender in action in a Dream Partner tag match later tonight, ahead of their one-on-one confrontation at the pay-per-view. Also headed your way as part of this broadcast this afternoon. Had everything booked last night at about 2 a.m. And excited to see how it actually plays out. Well, by all booked, I mean on paper I have most of it sketched out. There's always a couple of things I leave blank intentionally. There's usually not surprises, but things I leave to be determined over the course of like what happens on the trebuchets. Some stuff I pencil in first, like I want this match to happen and try to get there. Like getting Lex versus Superman took some doing. Ooh. Standard rules apply in this contest here on GWA Trebuchet. 10 count on the floor. Rocco, unfortunately, no, we do not have a Miss Frizzle. That would be an excellent creator wrestling. We don't have any room on the roster at present, but that could change, or that will absolutely change after the pay-per-view. So we will have an open roster spot that might go to somebody. Actually, you know what? Should go to somebody in the women's division because we have a sore lack of women's competitors. And because of that suggestion, I will add Miss Frizzle to the list of cause I'm going to at least look for. I don't know if they're going to be available, but I would like a short list of at least a handful, and of somebody I'm trying to find. The more interesting and fictional the character, the better. If I can find Wendy from Wendy's. Something along those lines, you know. Hang on. Get up here by Eilish. You got to think buoyed, as we mentioned earlier, by the success of her tag team compatriots in the Bad Guys faction, earning themselves a tag title shot. Bayley Eilish looking to climb the ranks here by tapping out Nicki Minaj live on Trebuchet. Minaj able to snake out of that without even losing her bracelets. Billy rather spirited in this one. Off the top, and she pops that elbow drop. Right back to the arm goes Billie Eilish. Going to join her stablemate in victory tonight. The action once again spills to the floor. Minaj dodging a knee, slapping the taste out of Billie Eilish's mouth, and you saw the spit fly with it. Spit and sweat. Like legit. Let me put that in my text. Just missed this little I don't want to go back to comic books if it's not Marvel or DC, but that would leave like Lady Death, and there's already too many. That's too much lady, not enough clothing in her outfit. Like a Sylvanas Windrubber situation. And that is it. Billie Eilish wearing down and taking out Nicki Minaj. Request for the next contender to whomever holds the women's championship after Cold Snap continues. Looks like we have a potential feud according to the game, but that just means I put good matches together, I think. So, yeah, and it's going to all turn terribly. Oh dear, oh dear. Show sportsmanship now, but then turns her back, I'm sure. All right. So, as we mentioned, Lex Luthor gets his multiversal championship matchup against Superman at the pay-per-view. This one, this tag team contest between pals of theirs, that's Flash Gordon and Batman, representing World's Finest, with Superman in their corner, going 2-on-2 with the Joker and Venom, representing the Legion of Doom with Lex Luthor in their corner. Winning team. Their manager gets to decide the stipulation for the championship match. That means if Batman and Flash Gordon win this matchup, Superman gets to pick the stipulation for what the championship match will be at Cold Snap. And if Venom and Joker win, Lex Luthor gets to choose the stipulation. I've written out what each of them would want, and we'll see how it shakes out. I'm not going to let you guys know, but I have written down what Superman's stipulation is and what Lex Luthor's stipulation is. And we'll see which one wins the day. After the fact, I'll tell you which one lost as well, so you could at least see what it would have been. Or hear what it would have been. I have no way of showing you at present. Okay. Batman and the Joker starting things off as the eternal rivalry rages on. Fine, how do you do by Batman? DDT is an opening salvo into an inverted DDT, continuing the focus on the head and neck of the Joker. As Batman goes up top, Venom trying to cut him off. Oh, Asajj Ventress. Ha! Nice. Okay, I'm gonna add that to the list too. Yeah, that's a good one. Like, I have no quarrel about being it being babyface or heel. So yeah, that's good. I don't know if that's how it's spelled, but I will double check that later. Yeah, I'll add that to the list to look for. That's a good suggestion, Rocco. Thanks for that. Yeah, we will have a roster spot opening up after the pay-per-view. More on that later. More on that at the pay-per-view itself. Well, as we book it, you can't help but see it. Oh! Joker getting out of the way of that moonsault by Batman. A phenomenal athlete is the Cape Crusader. Wink, wink. I don't have any Star Wars representation, I don't believe, at present. And I am not optimistic that if I search for Princess Leia, it wouldn't just be the slave get up. For whatever reason. Oh, action splinter to the floor. Joker can't resist a cheap shot to the back of the head of Superman. And the ref laying in the count. Like we said, this thing can end in a double count out. It's happened before. Joker quite proud of himself. Goading Batman back into the ring at a count of 5. Trying to make Joker pay for it. Joker reverse DDT of his own to Batman. Swarm across the jaw, and the pin attempt doesn't hook a leg though. Batman able to power out rather easily, and now a nice regular style, traditional style DDT there from the Joker. Oh gosh, into the tiger suplex. Nicely done. Look at a snap tiger there. All Joker these past few moves. Look at Batman think about it in the corner. Into the Shiranui. The sliced bread number 2 by the Joker. Looking for a win on Batman. 1, 2. Somehow finding a seam, finding some space. Fresh tags on either side. Joker exhausted after that flurry of offense against Batman. Batman himself recovering on the apron. That's Flash Gordon now at the mercy of Venom. Near the ropes. Drop throat first across them. Now Venom real angry at Flash Gordon's knee. Like furious for some reason, just wailing away at the side of that kneecap. Trying to crack it, trying to smash it out of place. Lots could go wrong there. Just twisting away on that leg. Gordon able to fend him off momentarily. Distracted by the Joker, however, was Flash Gordon. That puts him well in the wrong part of town on the Legion of Doom side of things. Oh, right in the path of Lex Luthor, if he so desires. But hang on, Flash Gordon, distracted by Luthor, gets a cheap shot in. Not exactly the behavior of the world's finest. Lex Luthor wasn't even looking. As Flash continues to go to work, Lex Luthor hasn't even defended himself here. Oh, as he's bounced off the floor, face first. The count rage is on, by the way. Unfortunately, a 1 count. Oh. Because Joker left the ring, distracted by Batman. Camera person just losing it right now. Finally, we restored some order here into a huge bulldog by Flash Gordon. Trying to steal a pin before Venom can get back up onto the apron. 2! No. Joker too resilient. Too legit to quit. It's the clown prince of crime. In comes his greatest nemesis, Batman. Batman. Perhaps trying to set him up for that Batwing finisher. No. Into the choke. Oh, he tried to steal the bully choke from Joker's own repertoire. Did not work, however. Now trying to position for a follow-up maneuver. Nope. Hoping he choked him out enough to put him down for a 3. He is incorrect. Venom missing with the save. Joker somehow got out under his own power. Batman pouring it on to finish him off while he has him dazed. What a drop kick to the motion of the Joker. Tag back out to Flash Gordon. Going to save every one of us. Send it off. Double underhook by Joker. Nice butterfly. Extra torque as he popped the hips on the way over. Sends him into the opposite turnbuckle. Strides with purpose. He follows him up. Oh, was going for the sliced bread. Instead, locks in the bully choke. Oh, rope break. I thought those two finishers also were perfect for the Joker. I don't know why. The sliced bread number 2 out of the corner, and then the follow-up being, if he doesn't get that, he just tries to rip your head off with that choke. Like, the first one's a bit fun. I can still daze you for a 3 count, but the second one is like, not nuts to that. His more vicious side comes out, and he's just like, I'm just gonna try to squeeze your head off your shoulders. Oh! Or drop you a temple first to the canvas, like with that DDT. He just hit on Flash. Venom gets tagged in and goes for the pin immediately. Flash has not moved. Conserved his energy for that kick out as Batman finally makes his way back to the apron. Venom setting Flash up on the top now. Oh dear. Oh, it's time for the Chicago skyline. Look out, Joker. Oh, down he goes. Across those ropes in the corner. Got him set up again across. Spikes him down into the pin. 1, 2. Ooh, Batman with a kick to the chest, breaking it up. Now it's Batman's turn. Once again to the fireman's carry. Flash has not moved. And forced to leave the ring. Flash finally rolls over, going back to his feet. Venom climbing to the top rope. Big risk. Did not pay off. Flash Gordon catches him. Sends him all the way across the ring. Gets a tag into Batman. Batman v Venom. Off the ropes of the forearm. Phenomenally done. Batman, I thought was going follow-up. Instead distracted by Luther. That's both members of World's Finest at one point in this matchup, just going right after Lex Luthor on behalf of the multiversal champion Superman. Again, hardly heroic behavior from the World's Finest. Lex Luthor, again, hasn't even so much as defended himself against these onslaughts, has just taken the punishment. I have to admit, kind of admirably. Look at this. At the mercy of Batman. Up and over and around he goes. Into the Batwing on the floor. He's not even in the matchup, Batman. I hate him as much as you do, but come on, man. There are rules. A tag on the inside of Joker. Batman doesn't even realize it. He's too distracted. Joker trying to go after Flash Gordon, who defends himself. Count up to 5. Flash Gordon knocked off the apron. Now the count's going to reset to 1 because the Joker left the ring. Batman finally realizes he's in a tag team matchup and not just beating the crap out of Lex Luthor in an alleyway. Superman, to his credit, at least hasn't gotten involved, but I cannot condone the actions of Flash Gordon and Batman. Oh, look at that! Right back on Luthor with that dive out of the ring! Batman has lost it! I assure you that everything Lex Luthor has done within the GWA to get this championship matchup against Superman has been well within the rules and regulations of the promotion. He has not cheated in any way, shape, or form. We have lots of contingency plans against that sort of thing. Security measures in place in every matchup. Power dampeners in every arena, because we bring the arena with us. We have no reported problems in any of these technologies. It is as level a playing field as one can get as the Joker finally returns to the ring at 8 after laying out Superman into the waiting arms of Flash Gordon. Looking to choke him out, but Venom saves it. Hey, what's going on, Rasco? Nice to see you. Happy Twerky Day to those celebrating. When's does UK have a Thanksgiving? What do you guys have instead? Or do you have it? Do you have like, you know how like Thanksgiving and stuff like that over here is like, we fought off and we got freedom from the British. Do you guys have like a happy to be rid of them festival? Like nuts to you guys. Good. You know what I mean? Do you have like a good riddance to bad rubbish type of festival for all the countries that like left your rule? Like, who needs you anyway? Oh my gosh, Flash Gordon choking out the Joker. Nighty night. After all that. Some momentum on the side of Superman going in to the matchup for the Multiversal Championship at the pay-per-view. And I can tell you now that because Superman won the matchup, the match at the pay-per-view will be a last man standing contest between himself and Lex Luthor to settle things once and for all. Had Lex Luthor won, had Joker or Venom won, Lex Luthor's stipulation would have been Hell in a Cell. But because Batman's team of Batman and Flash won, we're getting a last man standing match between Lex Luthor and Superman at the pay-per-view to settle things once and for all with the Multiversal Championship on the line at Cold Snap, coming your way later today. No, you don't. You really should. I like the Good Riddance to Bad Rubbish Festival or something like that. Like, we did need you anyway. Okay, entrance is off. Here's our Dream Partner Tag match. As we mentioned earlier, Wonder Woman winning that tournament to become number one contender to Katy Perry's Women's World Championship. Choosing to team with her opponent in the finals, Ariana Grande is Wonder Woman, as she takes on the aforementioned Katy Perry, the World Women's Champion, and her chosen tag team partner, Serena Williams. So ahead of their singles matchup between Perry and Wonder Woman for the World Women's title at the pay-per-view, they join forces with Ariana Grande and Serena Williams for some tag team action. As we normally do, a little preview without putting them in a singles contest. This sounds vaguely jazzy, holiday shopping type of music. Eddie Murphy and Steve Irwin are your two male suggestions. I will keep those in mind, but I'm much more inclined to add another female star. Rasco, we are going to have a roster spot open in the GWA after Cold Snap. I'm going to tell you why when the pay-per-view happens. But do you have a female character, let's just say, preferably fictional, that you can add to the list that I can search for? Because if we subtract somebody from the roster, probably from the male side, strong chance, I would like to add to the female side as well, as they are, like, there's less than half as many females as there are males in the game, and I wouldn't mind adding some fresh blood in the women's division. If you have any ideas, please float them, and I'll do my best. I'll look for them at least, see which one sort of fits, looks best, etc., etc. Since y'all are here, I'd love the input. We see the world's women's champion finally back in action on GWA Trebuchet. As we mentioned last week, she has been on world tour, so she hasn't really been seen on Trebuchet, but she has been bringing her championship belt with her on stage. We have a few photos posted on our social media websites. We don't have any social media websites, don't look. We do not have we've not had Poison Ivy. I believe our DC women are represented currently by Harley Quinn and Catwoman, as well as Wonder Woman, obviously. Giganta. I'll try. I'll take a look. Giganta. Would you settle for a Big Barda if I happen to find a Big Barda? Ooh, Serena Williams with a bit of a cheap shot there to Wonder Woman on the way by. My eyes have not deceived me. I've just now noticed that even though Katy Perry started as a heel and then gradually turned face and earned the Women's Championship, I just now noticed that her outfit this entire time has been pretty much GWA colors. So she's been repping the company properly this entire time. Anyway. good for her to turn babyface then and earn the respect of the fans, and let's see if she survives. Oh my god, a singles matchup with Wonder Woman, who just spiked her with a sheer drop brainbuster in this tag match. The now loopy Katy Perry diving to get Serena Williams in the matchup. And in comes Ariana Grande on the other side of things. Out goes Katy Perry unceremoniously. As we said, she's been on World Tour. Coming back for this and the pay-per-view matchup. Wonder Woman, game ready, as she, like we said, survived a single elimination tournament to earn the opportunity. The deets from Beetlejuice. Only if I can find her in the poncho from the cartoon.
It's gotta at least be a second costume.
The strange and unusual Lydia Dietz added to the list. Also wrote down Giganta, of course. Poison Ivy. I only have one spot, but I'll take a look at all of these. There's no guarantee that any of them will even be available, but it's nice to have a lot of options. And then whichever amongst all of these I feel like looks best, basically, they will get added. And then I'll assign them a moveset. And away we go. Yeah, definitely the cartoon version. Because she's got that, like, it's more of a wrestling costume anyway, because she's got that, like, black leotard with the spider poncho over top. That was always couples goals. If I could convince somebody to let me dress as Beetlejuice and they could dress as Lydia from the cartoon, but I don't know if that relationship was necessarily appropriate to represent as a couple's costume. They're just pals. Just a young lady and her ghost friend. Oh my goodness me. Big splash off the top by Wonder Woman to Serena Williams. The hand-picked partner of world champion Katy Perry. Wonder Woman choosing the woman she met in the finals of the #1 contendership tournament, Ariana Grande. A surprising finalist in that one, I gotta say. Dear Lord! You can see why. Katy Perry chose Serena Williams. Matching power, technique, and resilience with Wonder Woman. She rolls through into that neck breaker across the knee. Looking for the pin. Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire might.
Yep, my Medea was from the female side, so I can check for Mrs. Doubtfire, for sure.
All right, added. I'll take a look. It took a while to find a Medea that was on the female side, but I found one, so no guarantees, but I will definitely look. I feel like there were like maybe at least half a dozen that I checked of the Medeas until I found one that was like, no, this is actually in the female category like it should be. We celebrate Medea. We're not making fun. Oh, frog splash off the top. Did not quite pay tribute, though. Will this pay dividends? Nope, didn't get the pin because she didn't shake either shoulder. She didn't even look towards the heavens. Like, that's not... You got to pay your tribute before you do your frog splashes these days. Katy Perry tagged in World Women's Champion. A lot of rumors flying around that we might have a new addition to the female roster coming out of the pay-per-view. Names like Miss Frizzle, Wendy from Wendy's, Asaz Ventress, Poison Ivy, Giganta, Lydia Dietz, and Miss Fizz and Doubtfire have been floating around. We'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, Katy Perry pinning the #1 contender Wonder Woman in this tag match ahead of their one-on-one confrontation at the pay-per-view. A huge return to action for Katy Perry, your world's women's champion, showing why she is on top of the mountain in the women's division. Chitara from Thundercats. Okay.
All right. Chitara.
What if I find Snarf? Boom, just curb stomping her down. No one around. That will do it.
Here are your
Down and out.
winners.
Look at that crazy face of Katy Perry. Super excited. Headed to the pay-per-view with a huge momentum swing. Wonder Woman may be worn down after weeks of activity winning that tournament. She's got a few days to pull it together against a returning Katy Perry if she has any hope of becoming World Women's Champion. Yes. Okay, here's my gripe. Wait, what the hell? Okay, yeah. Here's my gripe about this tag team match where the titles are on the line. If you recall, earlier we put the belts on the line in a match where Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers were the contenders, and they won the belt. But because they're not officially recognized as the tag team in their faction, they just vacated the tag titles, and like the game vacated the tag titles instead. So we still have the proper canon. We put the title belts on the line in this match featuring these people. If Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees win it again, the game will still consider the belts vacant, but we'll have the headcanon and like paperwork to back it up that we know they are in fact the champions. So entrances will be on for this matchup. It is a tag team matchup for the belts. I'm just prefacing all that by saying I don't know whether or not the ladies' men will actually be able to enter with their belts on, because the game stripped them of the titles immediately. River Song. Okay, let's take a look there. River Song versus Oprah, please. All right. Ooh, if River Song has her doctor outfit from ER as an alternate costume, that would be dope. Because that's the only other thing I know that lady from. It's also interesting that you went with River Song and not the 12th Doctor. Oh no, sorry. Is she the 13th Doctor? Proving to be quite unlucky. She was 13th, right? I thought Jodie did a fine job. I didn't necessarily love everything they gave her to do, or the context in which to do it, but I thought she did a fine job as the Doctor. It was more of a group effort, harkening back to like when he would have like the second Doctor had like 3 companions at most. Like the first couple of Doctors had like 3 companions at like all times. Just sort of harken back to that. Rasko, this is probably the time to go back to it, because they're making every effort to try to undo, if not canonically, at least like public perception wise, all the quote unquote harm that's been done with people not agreeing with the creative direction. There's gonna be ebbs and flows like anything else. I wasn't particularly fussy about Capaldi's run, but I watched it. I wasn't particularly fussy about Jodie's run, but I watched it. And again, I thought she was good and her companions were good. I just didn't think the writing of some of their adventures was necessarily that strong. Same with Capaldi. Some of the stuff was good, some of the stuff was weird, but that Matt Smith run, to be perfectly honest, and his send-off was nearly impossible. Like, I have no idea how you follow that creatively. Like, what the stakes were in the Matt Smith run toward the end, up to his regeneration and stuff, like, I don't know how you were supposed to top that. So, anyway, the reason I say this was probably the time to jump back in is with these 60th anniversary specials, they're like intermittently bringing back the 10th Doctor. They're doing that to like soften the blow of introducing the 14th Doctor, who is I believe a black homosexual gentleman. At least the actual person is. I don't know if any of that, well, obviously the color of his skin you're going to see on screen, but I don't know if any of that other stuff is like part of the character, like, and quite frankly I don't really care. Doctor Who has always been like pretty open to loving anything and anyone, as far as I've been concerned. More concerned with science and proving that they're smarter than everyone else in the room, at least in the first few decades of their existence. But they brought back Tennant. They're like trying their best. They brought back the old creative team that did the good years, quote unquote. Oh, fun. Some of the old characters. Yeah, I'm currently on, I want to say, season 8 or 9 of the old one. I'm certainly a third Doctor year. My doctor growing up was the fourth. I used to watch that on PBS. It was fascinating and scary to me at the same time. I thought the theme song was terrifying. Like that weird music and then that guy's floating face in space. I was like, what the hell is this? But it certainly like got me interested in watching the rest of the program. But I only saw the fourth Doctor. Like I didn't see 5th, 6th, and 7th. I only saw some of the fourth Doctor's adventures on, like I said, PBS or like a TV Ontario, which was another sort of educationally minded, publicly funded sort of channel over here in Ontario. So I have since gone back and watched Doctors 1 and 2. I'm watching the third Doctor. I've watched most of the fourth Doctor again, except I stopped before the last season of the fourth Doctor, because then I'm going to catch up to myself by watching the third Doctor out to where the fourth shows up, and then I can resume at the end of the fourth Doctor's run, having now watched it probably 3 times in my life. And then I can watch Doctors 5, 6, and 7, who I've never seen. I've seen the TV movie, so I saw the 8th Doctor's at least video run. I'm not going to read all his books. There's like hundreds of them. And I've seen all of New Who, which is what really got me back into Who in the first place. Around the time that I moved to my current location, I just, on a whim, was just like, all right, I'll give this thing a shot. I remember playing on CBC the first season, and I didn't particularly care for that gentleman as Who, or the one episode that I watched. At the very least, mind you, I was, kind of lost. There's a lot more context in these newer ones, as there's a meta story going on per season and da-da-da-da-da. But knowing that they are only Who for the one season, and then hearing all the rants and raves about how great David Tennant was as being like a more traditionally minded and performed Doctor Who character, I endured and find it delightful. What a ramble. All that to ignore this tag team title contest. Awaiting in the wings at the pay-per-view, the guaranteed title shot for the Hellfire FC. That's, I wanted to say Steve McQueen, but no, it's Steve Harrington and Eddie Munson of Hellfire FC. That's Eddie Munson cashing in his guaranteed title shot as a result of being the winning team in the Trios Tournament of Terror. A lot of the ones you watch, you hated the companions. I mean, it's hard to follow up on like the relationship with Rose. I hope you didn't hate Donna, because she's all over the new specials. Never really minded them. Sometimes, like, Donna brought with him her sweet old dad, who just wanted to prove that aliens were real. I actually got to see that happen before he passed. Never really minded them too much. Ah, there you go. Can't stand Catherine Tate. Yeah, that'll be a big knock against it then. I only know her from this and her role on The Office. And I find her perfectly tolerable. Well, yeah. Rose was OP. Sure. But she also, like, got the happiest of happy companion endings that you could possibly... I mean, so long as it still stands in canon. Like she's off in her own little side universe with the sliver of the Doctor. Face Claw, this is how he won the tag belts in the first place. Bill Nye fighting it off. Yeah, fair. Okay, but in defense of Karen Gillian and her run as companion, it's 1,000,000% about her husband. Like, his arc next to her is awesome. So I would like stick with that for him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm about to cry just thinking of the sacrifices that man makes. What a beautiful human being. Anyway, that's my argument to stick with the Karen Gillian run. Rory was awesome. Absolute hero. Yep, Sarah was great. I didn't like the abruptness, and I know it was done on purpose, but I didn't like the abruptness of her departure. But I understand that it was done to remind the Doctor that he had become way too cavalier and secure, and that threats always exist. But oof, did it hurt to watch. I have the memorial TARDIS in my bathroom, the Clara one, the Funko Pop version. It's part of my decorations. PBS all over ladies' men in this one. Normally all smiles in their matchups, but the Public Beatdown squad tonight firmly focused on regaining those titles. As we mentioned, waiting in the wings at the pay-per-view, a guaranteed title shot for Hellfire FC, just waiting to see who the champions were going to be going into the pay-per-view. Diving fist drop to the back of the head off the top, a no count, as in comes Jason. Perhaps goaded into the ring by Rogers, now well out of the picture. As Rogers has some sort of follow-up offense in mind for Myers, sent out to the apron. Oh dear, backdrop off the apron, or onto the apron, excuse me. Oh, the ring frame. I've heard tell it's the hardest part of the ring. Oh, that short. Goes for the hammer throw, let's call it. Not the Irish whip. Goes for a hammer throw and just turns it into a leg trip immediately. Putting all the momentum betwixt face and canvas. Meyerson up and over. Winner this becomes, or remains, GWA Tag Team Champions. Heads to the pay-per-view. Oh! Oh yeah, John Hurt as the War Doctor, like that, those stories, good gravy. Like the doctor that he regenerated into, that he didn't even, like that he blocked out of his own. I keep saying him because he's more predominantly a him, but like, I feel like at this point, it's fair to say the doctor can be NB now, because they've been more than one gender. So anyway, yeah, the doctor they were so ashamed to be that they like blew it out of, like blasted it out of their own mind. Good gravy. Yeah, that was good stuff. Also, all of that Time War stuff that they're talking about apparently takes place in the books featuring the 8th Doctor that I'm not going to read because that's a lot of books. But I still think it's cool that they honored that legacy and that the 8th Doctor exists beyond just that one TV movie. Like they're somehow their whole run is just mostly literature and like audio drama, as far as I know. But yeah, John Hurt as the extra Doctor was wild. There was a lot of good stuff in there. I'm not saying it's all great, and as someone who's watched since the 60s now, I can guarantee it's not all great. But when it is good, it's a lot of fun. Huge DDT, spiking a mask first into the canvas. Momentarily distracted, cool as a cucumber. Bill Nye with a second DDT, this time wiping out Myers. Trying to regain the advantage on Voorhees and put him down and out before Myers gets back up. High knee, the secondary finisher of one Jake the Snake Roberts back in the day. That's Bill Nye has Jake the Snake's moveset, so he's got Jake's DDT, the original. Much like Mr. Rogers has the moveset of one Jerry the King Lawler, so they are the oldest of old school. There's his diving fist drop that he unfortunately missed as Jason staggers back to his feet. Still got the pile driver though, and here it comes. Pile driver, no! Jason counters. Again, Capaldi was good, but some of his adventures were like, this is not fun enough or whatever enough or da-da-da-da-da. Plus, again, coming off of the Smith run, context like played a lot into my enjoyment of this stuff too. Because coming out of the Smith run, there was no way, like stakes-wise, you could match what they did at the end of his tenure. Oh, the PBS with a short arm clothesline on Jason Voorhees have regained the tag team belts. Bill Nye killing the run, slashing the tag title run of the ladies' men. Boom, there you see that DDT. Boom, there you see another. En route to victory.
Here are your winners and the new tag team champions, the Public Enemy.
Public Beatdown Squad 3-time tag team champions as of this reign. The only 3-time champions in our company's history to this point. Okay. Well, I mean, that actually worked out, so I don't have to worry about them not being registered as a tag team. Okay, and that will do it for your main event of the 32nd edition of Trebuchet, the go-home show before Cold Snap. So if you'll bear with me here, I now get to book the thing. Oh, you know what? I don't have my my booking screen anymore. Shoot. I would like to exit and prepare for the next show. So we're gonna watch me book the pay-per-view. I don't think I had any surprises, so it's not like a big deal or anything. Let me just get over here and. Okay, calendar. We advance over here. Look at this. 83 pieces of unread news, but all I need to do is that to stop it. Cold Snap. Yes, please. Okay, now time we book. Edit matches, please. Don't look. These are all getting deleted, so they don't count. That's crazy that for your... Oh, that's, I thought the title was going to be on the line because it doesn't seem like it would be, but okay. Not bad. Customize fully, please. Alright, starting us off. Cold Snap. We are ending the feud once and for all between Nick Cage and Chuck Norris with that 20-minute Iron Man match that we mentioned. Nick Cage, please. Secondary attire. Chuck Norris. Solo attire. Okay. Match options. I might have to make this as a custom match thing first because I can't seem to change the time limit here. So I'm going to do that just in case it legit tries to do a 60-minute Iron Man match. Because that would be ridiculous. So, before I book it, let me back out of here. Actually, let me check out any other... Yeah, whatever. Unsave changes. That's okay. I gotta wipe them out later. Okay, the 20-minute Iron Man. Okay, the tag's fine. That's fine. I already have... That's already a custom match type, which is why it's fine. That's a regular match, that's fine. That we're going to decide in the moment. That's already a custom match type. Okay, so I just need to do this one. Here we go. Custom matches. A new type. It's a one-on-one. Iron Man. Ooh. What's that? What? An Iron Man match for the only way to score a fall is to hit your finisher. Was interesting. Pinfall. We're not going to do... So it is Iron Man. It's not 2 out of 3. All these other things don't count. Got it. Okay. It defaults to 15, which I appreciate, but we're going to go 20 minutes for this one. We're going to go... No count out. We're going to go no DQ. Rope break automatic in the ring. So just in the in-ring rope break if you happen to be trapped in a submission. That's your only help. We're going to leave these. It's not going to matter, but we're going to leave those anyways. Because we're going to have the entrances off. That's why it doesn't matter. Everybody starts with a finish. Everybody gets all the health, but starting with a finish is kind of fun. Okay. We can do a little better than this. I'm hesitant to put ladders because I think I want to do a ladder match for the tag title match, so I'll keep it out of other matches. Bat, kendo stick, shovel. There we go. Okay. do believe that is the that is the only customizing we need to do. As I said, the other stipulation rules that I'm aware of, I've already made custom matches of, and that's why I chose them. All right, back to universe mode. Pachoo, I says. Pachoo. All right, editing matches, which look different now, by the way. It'll be a different pre-booked card. Let's see what they did. Black Adam, Superman. That's what they went with. Batman, Darkseid. Nick Cage, A Predator. That counts as a rivalry match, I guess. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Why is this also a rivalry match if they're having another match later? Anyway. Oprah, Katy Perry. Interesting. Okay. One of these days I'm going to do a universe mode, or at least one of the shows in the universe mode where I'm just going to solely rely on auto booking, but I'm going to fully customize all the booking of it, like, you know, because you can do that. You can set percentages of what happens here, there, and whatever else. Okay, 20-minute iron. Not me in the match at all. Nick Cage. Second attire. Chuck Norris. Only attire. Entrance off. Not that it matters here. But off we go. Alright. 20-minute Iron match. Iron Man match. 20-minute Iron Man match booked. That's going to be the blow off of that. Now we do the GWA Women's Tag match. The bad guys earning their shot against Black Order. Straight up tag match. Nobody in the corner of either squad. Just 2-on-2. Bad guys, Black Order. Okay. Against 2. Let's start with Nebula this time. Nebula and Gamora. Confirm. Title match. Championship on the line. There you go. Excuse me. Match number 3. This is our thrown together trios match. GWA trios. As we have. Okay, 1 second. Ultrasound check. And the dude, the High Rollers, are going to team up with John Wick. And they're going to take on Bamps and Notorious B.I.G. There we go. Trios activity there with a time limit, so we're not I mean, that's our second time limited match of the afternoon, so that's enough of that. And then this, a straight singles matchup, nothing else on the line except for the biggest stipulation of their lives. For the final time in the GWA, Gandalf versus Thanos. And I've been told by GWA management the stipulation for this match is as follows. Loser leaves GWA. The only thing Thanos had left to gamble with his very contract here with the GWA, Gandalf, with a perfect record, didn't even hesitate to sign a loser leaves GWA match, just a straight singles match between Gandalf and Thanos. That's going to provide us with our opening in the roster that we're going to fill with a new female competitor, as one of these two gentlemen no longer with the company after Cold Snap. Okay, now, here was our tag title match. I was going to go ladder with Steve Harrington we go. And Eddie Munson, your challengers against the brand new champions. Bill Nye and Mr. Rogers. Let's get those belts on the line. There we go. Maybe if I'd gone back to the stable page and told them that the other two people were... I'm just trying to think of what I could have done to not vacate the tag titles. It's only in the game, it doesn't really matter. Where it counts, everyone knows they never lost the belts, or they did lose the belts, etc., whatever. Okay. Got Harley. Oh, just because I wanted to see this, to be perfectly honest. I might have already seen it, but Harley Quinn versus the Bride. Alright. Getting toward the top of the card. Yeah, that's our 6th match. We got 4 more to book. Starting with a big old custom match. 6-person. Leader of the 6-pack challenge. This is where our multimedia championship is going to be on the line. Let me get the list of names here and start filling it in. Okay. Custom Superstars all the way. Jean-Claude Van Damme, your first participant. Joining him in the match. Dennis Reynolds. Joining him. Your 3rd competitor. Gordon Ramsay. In the matchup. Johnny Lawrence joining the matchup. Only 2 more spots remain. Obviously one of them is going to be your champion Spawn. Your last competitor, or contender that is, Deadpool. And of course, on the line goes the belt. Most volatile title in all of GWA. Putting it on the line. There it is, the GWA Multimedia Championship. In a Leader of the 6-Pack Challenge, that is a 6-way elimination match. Coming up in match number 7. Still got 3 more to book after that. Starting with the biggest singles test in the path of one Dark Side. Hang on 1 second. As he takes on fan favorite and perennial contender to the Multimedia Championship himself, Spider-Man. Big tough test for Darkseid here. Internally, it's a bit of a prove yourself in that if he wins it, I have big plans. If he loses it, he's distracted by Spider-Man until he beats him. So that might be enough to keep him occupied for a little bit until, you know, April or so. Okay, match number 9. Number 9. For the GWA World Women's Championship. The contender. Wonder Woman. The champion. Katy Perry. Belt on the line. Belt on the line. Plunk. And that all builds to our gigantic main event, Last Man Standing. Oink. The contender, Lex Luthor, and your GWA Multiversal Champion, Superman, putting it on the line. And that is going to be GWA Cold Snap, starting imminently. Save it real quick. Show intro on. Start show. 20-minute Iron Man match. Here we go. Can you feel the cold snap? Isn't that fun? I got to choose little videos and stuff for all of this. So show opening video. As we're just kind of hovering a bunch over a snowy forest here. We'll see where we get spit out. In the Cold Snap Arena. Patooey. Load, load, load. Here we go. Woo! too. Oh, look at that. The commentators are back there. Oh, they just phased through the back of their chairs. Looks like a respawn overview. Yeah, kind of, eh? Like you're just waiting for the timer to tick down and get back into the fray. All right, here we are in beautiful Houston, Texas for Cold Snap. I don't think I had a set of on-screen graphics that quite matched the blue, so we went as best we could. Well, that's fun. All right. I'm going to turn entrances off. Again, entrances are just going to be on for title matches. But, here we go down to the ring for the final time. Nicolas Cage, Chuck Norris. And even they don't have as much hatred as to have themselves a loser leaves GWA match like we have here. But we are just about to watch 20 minutes of this. So I'm going to get to the match. I'm going to turn on the HUD so everyone can pay attention to the score. And then I'm going to run to the bathroom. But I'll be back well before this thing finishes, as this is a 20-minute Iron Man match between Nicolas Cage and Chuck Norris. Finally settling the long-standing issues between Hollywood and Violence and the Soul Bros. Putting a lot of feuds to rest tonight. Lex Luthor finally getting his title shot against Superman. Gandalf and Thanos in one of those competitors' final match here in the GWA. And this outstanding contest. 20 minutes on the clock. Ding, ding, ding. 1 second. So I gotta go down to options, presentation, Superstar HUD. There we go. All right, away we go. There you can keep track of who's got what. Both members starting with the finisher. 20 minutes on the clock, counting down. Oh, triple bomb coming Nicolas Cage's way. Dressed to the nines for Cold Snap tonight. Oh gosh. Hook in the leg deep. Is Chuck Norris looking for that first pin? Cage out after suffering a triple powerbomb early. I will be right back, everybody. Enjoy the opening moments of this. Sans commentary. Back just in time for this submission attempt by Nicolas Cage, reversed by Norris. I didn't even know they were going to remake Face Off. Why bother? Was it going to be like a TV show or something? Locked him down. Chuck Norris with another vicious powerbomb. Got a lot of those in his repertoire. Setting up for 3 of them in a row, methinks. They're returning for a TV show. I saw True Lies got made into a TV show. Is that gonna do anything? Oh, that's the second triple powerbomb Nicolas Cage has suffered in this matchup. Kicked out of both of them. I don't know how wise it is. You may want to take the pinfall now and roll to the outside or something. Try to get your breath back, or I don't know. As the clock continues to tick down. Leg lariat into the pin, looking to seal one is Cage. No, strong kick out of 2. Most falls at the end of 20 minutes wins this one. You can win a fall by pinfall, submission, getting your opponent counted out or disqualified. I guess you get yourself disqualified. Back into the figure 4 goes Cage. Trying to earn that first point by submission and trying to establish leg damage early in this 20-minute contest. Obviously, is going to weigh heavily the longer this match goes. Toward the end of this matchup, obviously. What is my favorite Nick Cage movie? Give me 1 second. I'm going to look up his IMDb really quick. Because I might say something and then be like, oh, wait a minute. He was in this thing that I forgot he was in. So let me double check here. Or I might find something he was in where he's not necessarily the lead. That's my favorite thing. Oh! Still looking for that first. Follow the matchup. Chuck Norris with another finisher charged. But mostly Chuck in this one. Let's see where he started. Man alive, look at this guy go. This is tougher than I thought, because it's like, he's done a lot of movies that I've liked parts of, but it's rare that he's in something that I'm like, start to finish, that was great, or that I, can even watch multiple times. Okay, now I'm way too recent. I'm gonna go way back. I might go Raising Arizona. Yeah, it's Joel and Ethan Coen. I'm gonna Raising Arizona. It's a Coen Brothers movie. That was in the 80s. What's yours? It's also amazing, especially his earlier work, how many of his films I've seen scrolling through. Certainly lost touch lately where he's in tons of stuff, it seems. The guy's got a new movie every couple months, especially on the digital platforms or whatever. Oh no! Goal! Crushing finale! Nicolas Cage looking for the first pinfall of the match! 2, 3, does it! He busted open and possibly concussed skull of Chuck Norris. No rest for the weary. Spiked into the canvas with another DDT. Cage perhaps looking for a second fall in a row. Has a finish charged. We're about halfway through this contest. 1-0 Nicolas Cage. With just under 12 and a half remaining in a 20-minute time limit. The last match between Nicolas Cage and Chuck Norris in the long feud between the Soul Bros and Hollywood and Violence. As Cage goes back to the figure 4, maniacal look on his face. Going for total body damage. You can see the health trackers. And that is it. He tapped Chuck Norris for a second fall there. Cage up 2-0. Right back to work on the leg. Chuck Norris in trouble in this one. 2, 3. It's all Nick Cage. 3-0.
desperation tackle by Norris. Momentarily stops the forward progression of one Nick Cage. Norris looking to follow up. What does he have in mind here? Oh, release powerbomb, cover. 1, 2. Cage kicks again, no matter how many power bombs he suffers. Ref, check that suit, it might be padded. Cage sent into the corner now by Norris, who has a finisher of his own charged. Got the special health trackers in full effect for this one. Oh dear God, he's thinking super bomb. He's got to be thinking super power bomb off the top. Oh my God! The impact of the spine of Nicolas Cage. Norris hooks the leg. 2, 3, and he finally gets a fall as we're halfway through. Pulling Cage back to his feet. 3-1. Cage leads. Skull crushing finale out of nowhere. 1, 2, through no. Norris kicks out. Cage thought he got the fall right back. National Treasure, not bad, not bad. It's a fun sort of adventure-y one. Honestly, Rocco, I was expecting you to say Con Air. Oh, Cage is going for another skull-crushing finale, but countered by Norris. National Treasure's a good choice. Good fun tone to that one, like a nice rollicking adventure. Oh God, he's going for it again. Norris scored dividends with that first super bomb. He's going for a second one. Oh, the spine of Cage once again. Impacted into the canvas off the top. 2 and 3. Norris pulls within 1. And another powerbomb that somehow healed Nicolas Cage. Staggers back to his feet for 3 more. Courtesy of Chuck Norris. Into the cover. 1, 2. We are tied at 3. Into the big whoopsie again. Nicolas Cage healed after that power bomb. Somehow. What a succession of maneuvers, and we are knotted at 3. Powerbomb after powerbomb to Nicolas Cage. I have no idea how he's still functional in this matchup. 8.5 minutes to go in this one. Right? Nicolas Cage's next move is going to be in traction in a hospital for a while. Maybe an iron lung after this one. Oh! Sit out Uranagi. As you can see, the strategy of Nicolas Cage is to damage every part of Chuck Norris's body, leaving him susceptible to a submission or pin attempt from virtually any position. Meanwhile, Chuck Norris's strategy has obviously been powerbomb after powerbomb. Leg lariat to the face of Chuck Norris. Nick Cage about to pull ahead, and he does. 4-3. Wait, he gets cradled immediately. 1, 2, 3. We're tied at 4. Oh, the savvy work of Chuck Norris. Nicolas Cage was ahead for all of 3 seconds. I've had some celebratory trail mix. Shades of Booker T with that sunset flip out of the corner. I can dig it as he heads up top. Motioning Norris to stand once again. Knotted at 4. Oh, he was just psyching him out as he hops off the top rope. And he makes him eat the feet, a servant of soul food. Courtesy of Nick Cage. Back to the figure 4. He's going to tap him out again. really leaning into it as Nicolas Cage trying to tap him out. And he does. For a 5-4 lead with 6.5 minutes remaining. In a spirited Iron Man contest. Gonna try to get a second pin off of it. Got him. Up by 2. Knotted up the hamstring there with that kick to the leg after the figure 4, then hooked it. Chuck Norris unable to use any momentum to kick out of that second one, and this third pin attempt after the skull-crushing finale is going to put him up 7-4. Another 3-fall lead with 6 minutes to go. Chuck Norris once again in a lot of trouble. Cage trying to keep that wound fresh in the forehead of Chuck Norris, so the blood is constantly running into his eyes. Big whoopsie. Pretty torso and chest based offense of Chuck Norris all day. So you can see him lighting it up once again. Got him set up into the corner. You know what's next. He's gonna flip him around. Super bomb time. This will get us up 7-5 if he hits this and gets the pin. Closing in. Into the cover. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. Trying to follow up. Cage cuts him off. You can hear me crunching because I'm enjoying this as a fan. Right back into that vicious power bomb. That's just a setup for further power bombs. Oh no, he countered it. Cage got out of it. Norris was looking to go 7-6. Cage looking to go 8-5 here. Got him. 8-5. Cage in the lead with 4.5 to go. Cage starting to pull away with it here. Norris needs a fall quick. He's got to get another flurry to tie this up soon. Clock, his biggest enemy in the match now, as he's wailing away on the chest of Nicolas Cage. We have a timer on the main screen, the video wall, as you walk down the apron, so they can see at all times exactly how much time is remaining in the matchup. The referee is also keeping them abreast. They might not be aware of how many falls they each have. I'm sure they're trying to keep track in their heads, but their brains might be a little scrambled after 20 minutes of wailing on each other. Norris gets caught. Cage into the finish, but he might be too close to the ropes. No, still counts. Got him. 9-5. What a way to make a living for Nick Cage. Norris waiting for him to stand. Throwing triple bomb. This takes a lot of time, though. Oh. There's the third. Into the cover. Ref in position. 1, 2, 3. 9-6. Got a lot of work to do in 3 minutes to do it as Chuck Norris. Rounding out. Oh, leg lariat to the face. That could be another fall right there. 1, 2, 3. 10-6. Nick Cage taking over. Not content to just wait out the clock, inflicting more and more punishment on Chuck Norris as Nick Cage. 2.5 to go. Up 4 falls, 10-6. In the catbird seat. No countouts, no DQs. They could fight on the floor for the remainder of the matchup, and Nicolas Cage would still be your winner. So take a look at the lovely custom-made GWA Cold Snap graphics. Logos everywhere. I changed the lighting to match the ring and stuff. Norris getting some space, but he's got to close the gap on Nick Cage, who has 2 finishers stored and 4 falls on Norris and 2 minutes to survive. 1, 10-7 after the powerbomb by Norris to Cage. Still got a lot of work to do in only 90 seconds. Cage trying to hang on. The substantial 3-fall lead. Now measuring his man. Always think it's skull-crushing finale once again. Plants him quickly to the cover. That's going to be an 11th fall. Nicolas Cage is going to win this thing with a minute remaining. In their final match, another skull-crushing finale. A dozen pinfalls for Nicolas Cage. You gotta think Chuck Norris was concussed early in this one. And bless his heart for fighting on. 45 seconds and 5 falls to make up. This thing is Nicolas Cage's 100%. Oh, the triple bomb. He's gonna run out of time. Trying to at least make it 12-8 before the time runs out. 1, 2, 3. 20 seconds to go. Right back into another power bomb. Doesn't go for a pin attempt. That's gonna cost him. Nick Cage wins. Your opening contest here. Much less for the fans. Nick Cage coming out on top of that Iron Man contest.
Here is your winner, Nicolas Cage.
So he's quite cagey in that victory. As I'm hopeful that now ends the rivalry. Or I can at least, I will delete it now, whether it ended it or not. All right, entrance is on for this one. A straight up tag team match. The bad guys looking to get their belts back against the Black Order. There we go. Sorry, I was just checking something on another screen. See, this now sounds like favorite things. Yeah. Hopefully that is the longest contest of the pay-per-view. Oh, hang on. Still loading, good stuff. The women's GWA Women's Tag Team Championship Tag Team match. Yes, I mean that's technically accurate. Bad guys on the winning end of that 8-woman tag match where the winning participant and their tag team partner earned this title shot. Let's see if they can take advantage and win the belts back in a division that they have dominated for most of the calendar year here in the GWA. Here as we once again stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Women's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the Bad Guys.
Keyed. And here come them champs.
And introducing the champions, they are the World Women's Tag Team Champions, the Blue Bloods.
Black Order making their enthusiastic entrance. Whee! What a couple of hooligans. Very excited to put their belts on the line, and what a beautiful championship it is. Let's take a closer look if we could. Thank you. The GWA Women's World Tag Team Wrestling Championship. Blah, 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 blah. Beautiful belts on the line. The first title fight of the night. Got 5 of them for you.
champions both looking ready for this one. Standard tag team affair. With the gold on the line. Yolandi Visser, Gamora starting us off. Vicious strikes. And one half of the tag team champions open up against the challenger. First pinfall submission wins it. You can also win by count out or DQ. That won't get you the title, however. They'll help you retain it if you're already champ. Quick tag out to Nebula with Yolandi down. Getting knocked back into the bad guy's corner is Yolandi. She can, hang on, slow too soon. Send across the ring, smartly done by the tag champs. Cutting the ring in half. And around she goes, the big boot in the side of the jaw of Yolandi Visser. Nebula headed all the way around the ring for that one. Oh, missing a follow-up leg drop. Yolandi likely looking to tag soon. Slow down. Nebula. Cross-arm neck breaker across the shoulder there. Still can't make it to her corner, however. It's cut off by Nebula. That's the Black Order, your World Women's Tag Team Champions. Sending Yolandi off the rope for a double team back elbow. The double stumble bumble. Big leg drop off the ropes. Into the cover goes Yolandi trying to steal things. Just a 2 count. Gets a kick out. I heard somebody fall off the apron. I don't necessarily know what happened to Nebula here. Sounded like she just plummeted. More. Set up on the ropes. Yolandi using them to her advantage. Into the twisted neck breaker. Helping to keep Gamora in the corner of the challengers as well. As Tank Girl looks on. Oh! Big boot by Gamora. Climb back into it. Quick pin attempt at the wrong part of town. Tank Girl able to stomp Gamora in the back and break that up before 2. Tank Girl. Gamora tried to send her across the ring and outside. Didn't happen. Gonna help her out of the ring one way or the other is Gamora. Oh, pancakes her down from the fireman's carry into the flapjack. Now one for Yolandi as well. Smoothly tags out to Nebula, the other half of your tag team champions. Smartly wrestled match so far in defense of their titles. Yolandi from the high rent district, missing with a diving headbutt. Coming up short. Has the ring presence to stick with it. Get herself an opportunity to tag in Tank Girl. Unfortunately met by a riptide from Nebula. Not going to go for the pin because she's on the wrong side of the ring. So she wisely tags in her championship partner. So Gamora can take over on offense. Tank Girl starting to push back. Oh! Wherever she goes. In comes Yolandi. Such fighters on the side of the challenger. Trying to surprise Gamora here and win their belts back. 1, 2. Strong kick at 2 from Gamora. Girl tag back in. Got it cinched. Looking to tap Gamora out. Win the belts back. Bad guys looking to steal it from the Black Order. Nebula into the match, but gets caught by Yolandi Visser. Ooh. But Gamora survives long enough. Tank Girl converts it into a pin attempt. 1, 2. No, Gamora out at 2. Tank Girl pressing the advantage. Diving hip attack, but we'll never see the results. Snap suplex outside of the ring. Looks like Gamora countered. No one to tag. But Gamora into the figure 4. She might bridge that up and turn it into the Infinity Lock. She's going to bridge that up into a figure 8, also known as the Infinity Symbol. Trying to get Tank Girl to tap and retain the titles. That is it. No, wait. I thought she tapped, but she instead faked a tap and pushed the leg free. Yolandi distracting the ref momentarily. Trying to get her out of the ring. Now the ref getting in the way of Gamora. On her way to tag Nebula. That gave Tank Girl a couple extra seconds to get back to her feet, but who knows what she did with them. Into the prism lock. Right in front of the bad guy's corner, however. Yolandi's got to get in there to save her partner in a hurry. And she does. A slap to the face of Nebula. Now into a cover. Yolandi's just going to watch the match slip away. Yolandi fails to come to the aid of her partner, and the bad guys get pinned. I guess the AI didn't have enough time to be like, oh wait, I need to reset and go back in and help them. I guess. That's the only thing I could think of after all that. Because like she hit her with the submission first, and she popped out of the corner to stop that, and then went right back to the corner. And then she went immediately into a pin while that was happening, so I don't think the AI was smart enough to be like, oh, wait a minute, get back in the ring.
The World Women's
And the Black Order retain the World Women's Tag Team Championships.
Blue Bloods.
Much to the dismay of the crowd here at Cold Snap. All right, random trios match. Random trios match is random, as the High Rollers of Walter Sobchak and the Dude join forces with John Wick to take on the Bamps, the badass Vincent Vega and Jules Winfield, and their teammate, the Notorious B.I.G. This is a GWA trios match, so it has a hard out at 15 minutes. If we do not have a winner before then. Expect this one to be fast-paced and energetic, hard-hitting. As all the members of this haven't really been on TV too much. Certainly going to capitalize on their opportunity here on pay-per-view. One would surmise. Why did this make the show? To provide a bit of a break. If this were a real show, they just went through a 20-minute Iron Man match and a women's tag team match. So even that would have been like the first hour of a program, basically. And so now we have this match to like, yeah, maybe you want to stretch your legs. Maybe you want to sit there and watch it and just kind of cool you back down. Ebbs and flows, y'all. Ebbs and flows. There you see the 15-minute time limit in the corner. Walter Sobchak and Vincent Vega starting things off. Sobchak in the camo shorts. Vincent Vega, black suit. Long dark hair. Sideburns. Just get tossed around the ring by Walter Sobchak at this point. Tagging into John Wick, who you would think would tag with Jules Winfield and Vincent Vega, since they are similarly attired. They're on opposite sides of the law. Ah, it's like I'm playing Yakuza again. Watching suited gentlemen whoop on each other. Big spine buster. And a knee DT as well. As in comes Biggest Smalls for the first time. The Notorious B.I.G. Not playing around. He just wants to crush your spirit. Get back into it. These are the two singles competitors teamed with a tag team in this trios matchup. Seemingly at random. Just showcasing more of the roster. Really, it's more demonstrative of how bloated the roster is and the reason we should be trimming the fat, getting some people out of here, focusing more on the ones we have. We have like 90 people on the roster, and there's no way we can feature all 90 at all times. Nicely done. Complete shot there by Sobchak. Big Papa Pump would be proud. Right back to work. Grounding the big man into a cover. Just a 1 count. We saw Jules Winfield in to make the save regardless. Up and over he goes, courtesy of Walter. Right back to work on BIG. Dude rolls him over. Big kick out at nothing by the BIG. Clock continuing to tick down. Hard out at the 15-minute time limit. Oh, release German dumping dude high in his neck and shoulders. BIG tagging out to Vincent Vega. The fight rolls on here. Got the dude up. Big gorilla press slam. King Kong knee drop to follow it up. Gravy. Bamf's taking care of both members of the high rollers. They're focusing their efforts on the dude. Back in comes BIG. See Walter Sobchak laid out. John Wick just kind of looking on. Casually thinking about his dog, I guess. What does BIG have in mind here? Just appealing to the crowd. Off the ropes he comes. Ballin' with the elbow drop. Into the cover. 1, 2. Wick saves the matchup. Biggie turns his attention to Wick. And over he goes with the power bomb. As Walter Sobchak scurries out of the way. Would have been flattened. Desperation tackle by the dude. We have 10 minutes left in this matchup. What a strike with a sandaled foot. In comes Sobchak again. As Big E's down. John Wick running back to his corner. Off the ropes. Drive by. Into the cover. 1, 2. Sobchak out at 2. Snowplow, center of the ring by BIG. The Northern Lights bomb. The high angle cradle body slam. As Vincent Vega is tagged in and goes way up top, missing an elbow drop. Walter somehow back to his feet. Spine buster. Trying to follow up. Vincent escapes. Bounces the back of his head off the canvas. In comes Jules. 9 minutes to go. Jules is measuring his man. Walter back to his feet. Got him hooked up. Dominator! Into the cover! Damn! 2! Oh, the dude flying across the ring makes the save. Vincent Vega couldn't break it up. Couldn't stop him. Okay, so I'm assuming that means Jules Winfield has Farouk's moveset. I don't think I made the dude, or sorry, I don't think I made Vincent Vega JBL. I don't think so. I would have noticed by now, like he would have thrown up the Texas Longhorns, I would imagine. He'd be nailing people with clotheslines. This object is tossing Winfield away. Strategic stomp. A stomp with strategy. John Wick now double underhook. Spikes him! 1, 2, no! Jules somehow kicks out. Up and over goes Vincent Vega. John Wick continuing the onslaught. In comes the dude. Pretty sure dude's moveset is Matt Riddle. Missing with a spin kick. Jules catching with a power slam. That's how he won the WCW World title. I beat Vader. Winfield going up. Oh, the Harlem Hangover? Good gravy. I don't think Ron Simmons ever did that. Dude distracted by Vincent Vega, not the legal fighter. Big knees in the corner, but that's not going to help you win the matchup. And in comes Jules Winfield. That's the guy you got to be facing there, dude. We're down to 6 3/4 minutes remaining. Spins him around. Running powerbomb. In comes John Wick. Jules struggling back to his feet. Sends John Wick to the apron. And now to the floor. Backdrop suplex on the frame. Oh, did you hear that impact on the spine? John Wick egging Jules Winfield on now. Gets in for the count of 5. Big clothesline blocked. Wick now turns him around into his own corner. No! Is he trying to walk him? Jules Winfield gets out of it regardless. Oh, maybe he's got Booker T's moveset. So then I don't know why Booker T is the Dominator, I guess. No, I guess it's Booker T then. It's more Booker T offense than it is Ron Simmons or Farouk offense overall. I just assumed that Dominator was a finish. Less than 5 minutes to go in this 15-minute time limit match. Excuse me for the close-up on B.I.G.'s backside. Is Vincent Vega trying to put John Wick down and out? Hard to tell the two apart when they're fighting each other. Oh! Almost took his head out with that kick. Claymored it off his shoulders and still didn't get the pin. 4.5 to go. The third of 10 matches on this glorious pay-per-view. Obviously going to be a long stream today. Another match is happening around the 5 p.m. hour mark here, local time. I'm going to dip out and feed the cat. Oh! Bit of a meltdown there. Into the power slam. I believe he countered whatever John Wick was attempting there. Oh, big boot wipes out Walter Sobchak, who's coming to the aid of John Wick, who is motionless on the floor. Brutal powerbomb to Sobchak. Wick has come to, but BIG thoroughly distracted by his partner. Oh, hang on. Wick back to his feet. Oh! He clocked him. He somehow caught the BIG. 2. And Jules saves the matchup. Oh, it might have been the last round. I didn't quite notice. That's definitely the Future Shock DDT, I'll tell you that much. As out goes Jules. BIG spins around a distracted John Wick. Got him on the shoulders. Got him in a gorilla press. Drops him. Big flex coming up. All right. Poses to the crowd and goes for the cover. 1, 2, and the dude saves things. Less than 3 minutes to go in this trios matchup. Following this, a singles contest. Loser leaves GWA. Settling issues between Gandalf and Thanos once and for all. Coming your way in 3 minutes time. Or less, depending on how this match goes. Oh my gosh, up and over goes John Wick. BIG following him out to the floor. 2.5 minutes to go, and oh! Claymore once again! Wrap up to 6 now? As we have less than 2 minutes to go, bodies strewn everywhere. John Wick finally dumped back into the ring by the BIG. Desperate for a tag. BIG not going to cut him off here. Taking time to pose for the crowd. In comes Walter Sobchak for the injured John Wick. BIG bleeding profusely. Trying to win this thing on his own. He's got 90 seconds to do it. Distracted by Wick. Sent up and over by Sobchak. Back out to the floor goes the BIG. All right, quickly back into the ring. Turns his attention to John Wick. Stuck in the corner. Just raining down knees on a John Wick. As BIG gets caught with a DDT by Walter Sobchak. 1 minute to go in this contest. In comes the dude. Things breaking down here. This BIG might be hurt. Ooh, missing that knee strike is the dude. Gets caught into this complete shot by BIG. 1, 2. Wick breaks it up. Just over 30 seconds to go. Oh, what a release German to the notorious BIG. Desperate to crawl to his corner. Less than 30 seconds. Jules in. The dude not moving. Jules going up. Harlem hangover perhaps. Nails it across the throat. 15 seconds to go. Pin that man. Into the cover. 1. John Wick breaks it up. This thing's going to end in a draw. Ding, ding, ding. And there it is. Jules can't believe it. 5 more minutes he begs for. The answer is no. Taking up 15 minutes as it is. All right. This is a normal match. 1-on-1. I'm going to leave entrances on. Oops. Get out of here. I'm going to put entrances on. No, I'm not. Just get to the ring. Loser of this one gets deleted from the save. Is it a loser leaves GWA match? And that's the only way that can happen. You get deleted from this my save file and replaced with somebody in the women's division. It is a straight singles contest. Nothing fancy. No stipulation other than loser leaves GWA. Gandalf versus Thanos. The final confrontation starts now. Gandalf, a perfect record against Thanos in every way, shape, or form. Singles contests, tag team contests, contests where they had to choose surrogates to wrestle in their stead. In every instance, Gandalf or Gandalf's team or Gandalf's representative beat Thanos. This is his final shot, their final match. A straight singles contest, and the loser leaves the GWA. Either Gandalf the Grey or the Mad Titan's career is over after this one. It has been all Thanos in the early goings, but that means nothing because he has dominated the majority of the contest against Gandalf, who somehow, some way, finds something inside them, digs down deeper than any wizard has ever dug before. To defeat Thanos repeatedly in this feud. Slowly trying to get back in there with Dragon Screw, now trying to pull the Infinity Gauntlet off the hand of Thanos. The Infinity Gem's not anywhere near full power, as the the multiversal power dampeners are in effect in the GWA arena at all times. Likewise, Gandalf's magic not as strong as it should be. You must rely on your own inborn or studied, trained, etc. martial combat abilities, for which it appears Gandalf is quite studied. As he has put the hurt on Thanos for months now. Looking for that elevated Dragon Sleeper in the corner. Ref's going to get him out of here. Can't hold that for too long. See, the ref was just coming over to monitor him. Gave it up long before that. Thanos trying to stay on top of this one. It's okay to allow a few little shots from Gandalf here and there, but the majority and severity of the offense must be in Thanos' corner throughout the majority of this matchup if he has any hope of defeating Gandalf. There he is, looking for an early submission attempt here. The supreme confidence of Thanos. Trying to commit Grand Theft Oxygen here on the Grey Wizard, who suddenly springs to life, burst of adrenaline there. And suddenly he's out of the hole just like that. Not only that, but he's the aggressor. Hang on. Oh, blocked. Blocked and turned by Gandalf. Striking away at Thanos with those overhead chops. Inverted atomic drop pops him up 2 feet to the chin. Oh, big boot nearly takes Gandalf's head off. But he absorbs it and goes right back to the attack. The crafty Grey Wizard goes for a pin. Just a 1 count against Thanos in the early going here. Oh, he's thinking curb stomp. This is usually a precursor to the Shining Wizard, for which Thanos has had no defense. That's step 1, looking for step 2. Here it comes, Shining Wizard! Into the cover, this could do it! Is the career of Thanos over? No, not at the moment. Perhaps not at all, but certainly not quite yet. Gandalf taking over. Right back to the leg. I thought he was going curb stomp again. Right back into another Shining Wizard for the 1, 2, 3. Who knows? Drops him throat first across the top rope. Stalking his opponent. Got to be thinking submission once again. Trying to choke him out. Hooks both legs. Referee in great position. He's in trouble. Gandalf may tap. And that is it. Thanos finally beats Gandalf and he's run him out of the promotion. With a record of 1-8 Thanos has eliminated Gandalf! And after all that, after all of it, a handshake. Respect. Please don't come back and attack. Okay, that's it. I just want to show the respect. And that'll do it for the career of Gandalf in the GWA. I'll have to make a note to delete them later. All right. And after that, we're about to be halfway through the show. Match 5 of 10. A ladder match. As the Hellfire FC cashing in their title opportunity for a guaranteed tag team shot at the current champions, the Public Beatdown Squad of Mr. Rogers and Bill Nye the Science Guy, who just won the belts on the Go Home Dynamite before this show. Harrington and Munson have been sitting on an opportunity at the belts since winning the Trios Tournament of Terror. This is Eddie Munson cashing in his title opportunity. Earlier in this calendar year, we saw Hopper, the third member of that trio, cash in his chance to become multimedia champion, and wouldn't you know it, he won the dang belt. Wasn't a very long title reign, but he at least held that gold. Eddie Munson and Steve Harrington looking to do the same as they can pull down the GWA Tag Team Championships in this ladder match. PBS just wrapping up a long feud with the ladies' men. They finally came out with their tag team championships intact. Will they be able to defend them against a relatively fresh Hellfire FC? I wish you could do custom entrance themes, because then I would pick 100, or like for all the cause, I would have given them all royalty free or DMC free or whatever it is. Basically, I would have used free music.
It is for the tag
So instead of
championship.
pretzel rocks in the background, you would have gotten at least entrance
weight
themes.
of 345 pounds. Team Hell No.
All right, here they come, Hellfire FC, the Hellfire Fight Club. Psyched up for this ladder match opportunity to hold tag team gold here in the GWA, but first they got to get past the Public Beatdown Squad. The only 3-time tag team champions in our company's history. Obviously, they don't have their belts on them.
At a combined weight of 358 pounds. They are the tag team champions.
As they're about to be suspended
the
above the ring.
Public Enemy.
Moving forward. See if they maybe raise the belts. There we go. There's the shot of them raising the belts. And that's the belt in question, the Tag Team Championship. On the line in this one. Hellfire FC at the ready. PBS. Yeah, wouldn't it be? That's what I mean. Like, if I could get, unfortunately, well, that money might be able to get away with because it's a theme song. But you never know. I don't want to get copyright stricken. So I just avoid it. It's just easier to just turn it off. Which is what most streamer modes in games are, I've noticed. They just turn off the music. No thanks. I could have just volumed the music down to 0. In your quote-unquote streamer mode. Every once in a while, I hope they just replace the soundtrack instead when it goes streaming. Oh, okay, well here's some stock music that you don't have to worry about. Alas. Alright, object to this one. Climb that ladder. There are 8 snaps that fasten the title belt above the ring. You must undo each of those snaps. They're a little tricky. It's hard to see up there because you have to reach up above your head. You have to keep your eyes on a swivel to watch that people aren't coming to attack you, and then you have to unfasten those 8 snaps. Whomever is in possession of that title belt off the top of the ladder after that 8th snap comes undone is one half of the winning team and the reigning tag team champions. It would be fun if it was 2 belts and you had to pull down an individual title, and whoever got the belt was part of the tag team championship team. That's not something that they do in real wrestling yet. Well, ECW did similar stuff in the 90s, but they haven't done it in years. People can't handle storyline finishes, as apparent with the results of people's reactions to MJF and Jay White, so who knows? Harrington, the first to get his hand on the belt, but Bill Nye right there to stop him from undoing any of the snaps. As we said, very tricky to get all 8 of those undone. And when we are done this matchup, we will be halfway through our pay-per-view card, an extended stream this afternoon, as we have a full 10 matches of action headed your way. The GWA Cold Snap here, after a highly successful go-home show Trebuchet. Bill Nye on top of the ladder now, has undone 1 snap, has 7 more to go, with lots of time to do it. Until Steve Harrington returns to the ring, that is. Only got 1 undone, still 7 to go. Like we said, you have to pull the belt down, get it aligned just so, get your hands on those snaps and start pulling. Harder than it seems. Hang on! Oh my God! Harrington went for a move off the ladder. Bill Nye caught him. I think he arm whipped him into the top turnbuckle. Spine first, and somehow Harrington's back up. Bill Nye undoes a 2nd snap. Much like the snap of Harrington's spine across that top turnbuckle. I've never seen that in wrestling in all my years. And now Harrington on top, and he's undoing snaps like crazy. He's got 3 undone, 3 to go, 2 to go. 6 snaps undone just like that. Oh God! He just came down on the spine of the ladder. I saw that. Steve Harrington spine first on the side of the ladder, leaving Eddie Munson at the hands of the Public Beatdown Squad, your proud World Tag Team Champions. Only 2 snaps remain between the belt and its new or current owner. Bill Nye is all over Munson. Somehow Harrington has fought his way back to his feet. I have no idea how his spine is in one piece. Harrington stalking Bill Nye. Oh, plants him. What a suplex variation. Backdrop suplex flipping to a face plant. Snap fisherman, snap leg grab backdrop suplex. Harrington making him think about it with the delayed vertical. Somehow the Hellfire FC are in charge. The ladder still set up in the middle of the ring. Only 2 snaps remain on that title belt. Oh, gut check time. Oh no, not gut check time. That was Project Ciampa, I believe. To Bill Nye and Steve Harrington. Stiff knees in the corner for Munson. For Mr. Rogers. It is all Hellfire FC at the moment. You'd think one of them would want to try to climb the ladder. Oh! Rogers caught in a belly-to-belly. Nye's got to roll to the floor. It's 2-on-1 inside the ring. One of y'all climb the ladder. Munson with the Northern Lights. Harrington measuring Mr. Rogers. But the ladder's just standing there, guys. Fall-away slam against the ladder. Rogers was going for it. Munson cut him off. Nye somehow back to his feet. Ladder gets knocked over, unfortunately. Okay, Harrington finally notices that the ladder needs to be set up. Here he goes. But somehow Bill Nye is back up. Bill Nye is returning to the ring. And he climbs the ladder immediately. Oh, down goes the ladder and Nye with it. Oh. Thankfully, landing past the frame of the ladder on that one. That could have been devastating. Harrington has a finisher charge for a while, but Munson keeps getting in the way and interrupting him. Blocked by Bill Nye. Blocked by Harrington. Rogers not moving. South side of the ring. Lower part of your screen. Harrington looked like he was trying to hit Eddie Munson with the ladder. I don't understand what was going on there. Somehow Bill Nye's fought his way back into this. Huge DDT on Munson. Harrington's out on the floor and I always call him Bill Rogers. Fred Rogers is back inside the ring. Oh, dropped and busted wide open by a shot from Bill Nye, but they got to get him outside of the middle of the ring so they can set that ladder up. These dumb AI. Get him out of the middle of the ring. Harrington stirring on the floor. Over goes Munson. Now Bill Nye's got room. All the room in the world. Climb, man, climb. Bill Nye goes up. Harrington starting to stir. Taking his time is Bill Nye. One more snap. He's done it. PBS retain. A valiant effort from Hellfire FC in a brutal ladder match. But the Public Beatdown Squad remain your World Tag Team Champions. 2 titles on the line so far, 2 titles defended. 3 more championship opportunities up for grabs tonight.
Here are your winners and still the Tag Team Champions, the Public Enemy.
Fist bump for the PBS. Still your Tag Team Champions. I do like that it's the Tom Hanks version of Mr. Rogers. Coming up next, activity in the female division. Harley Quinn versus the Bride. Absolutely a time filler matchup. Before we get to our big main events, the latter half of the card. Thanks, Rocco. I should hydrate. I do have water with me. Done. Whew. 4 matches to go, including the singles contest. We are about to get down to. No additional stipulations in terms of match rules or outcome results. Like there's nothing in particular on the line, depending on who wins or loses. But obviously, we are always, or the athletes are always looking to increase their standing in the singles ranking in the women's division. Like the Billie Eilish-Nicki Minaj match we had on TREBUCHET. Of course, the GWA World Women's title will be defended later tonight as Katy Perry goes one-on-one with Wonder Woman, who won a #1 contenders tournament to secure that title opportunity while Katy Perry was off touring the world, playing music and representing the GWA on the global scale as our World Women's Champion. Came back last week for a Dream Tag Team Partner match on TREBUCHET, and wouldn't you know it, World Champion Katy Perry ended up pinning challenger Wonder Woman in that tag match ahead of their singles contest tonight. Currently in the ring, Harley Quinn with the advantage over the Bride. Harley Quinn associated with the Bad Guys, put by Billie Eilish. Unsuccessful in attempting to regain the women's tag team titles in the form of Yolanda Visser and Tank Girl. I think she'll have better luck in this singles matchup with the Bride. Normally one half of unbridled strength with her partner Tifa Lockhart. Both of those athletes rejoining the singles ranks recently. Harley Quinn going back up top. Drops a big elbow this time. Ref hesitates on that first count for whatever reason, and that might have saved the bride. She gets out at 2.5. Oh! Just almost kicked her head off, and I think she's gonna be thinking DDT after this. There it is, that elevated DDT into the cover by Harley Quinn. It's been all Harley for the past few minutes, and that almost did it, but somehow the bride kicked out. Harley can't believe it, neither can I. Oh, bride, a no-look splash, missed wildly. Able to keep her composure. Landing some strikes, misses a Superman punch. We'll see him in action in our main event, the last man standing match against Lex Luthor for the Multiversal Championship, as Harley Quinn hits another massive DDT onto the bride. 2 through, no! Once again, she rolls the shoulder. Quinn getting more and more frustrated, and I can't say I blame her. Calling the bride back to her feet, looking for that knockout shot. Bride able to duck a clothesline. Short arm. Rainmaker by the bride. Moonsault off the ropes. Hooks the leg on Harley. 1, 2. No, not even a 2. Quad kicks to the face of Harley Quinn from the bride. Getting a second wind in this matchup. Stiff kicks to the face, no work in the arm. And try to snap that shoulder joint. Here she goes. Kia. Oh, and then a knee to the back. Bride weathering the storm, get back into this. What a kick to the face! May have knocked her out. 1, 2. Harley out at 2. Punch by the bride. That crumples Harley Quinn to the canvas once again, but she's not done. Got her up. Feast your eyes. Into the cover, center of the ring. Ref out of position. 1, 2, 3. Still holds her down for the 3. Big win for the bride. Weathered the early storm of Harley Quinn and able to pull off a big victory. See some of the earlier action, able to dodge that Superman punch. Hit a number of beautiful DDTs, but the bride able to hang on and get the win. That's what I'm talking about. Nice quick match. Reset the palate as we have a leader of the six-pack challenge coming your way. As Deadpool, Dennis Reynolds, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Gordon Ramsay, and Johnny Lawrence are challenging Spawn for the GWA Multimedia Championship in a 6-way elimination match with full entrances for all 6 combatants. Let's friggin' go. What a field we have. Pinfall or submissions count. I don't believe there are disqualifications or countouts that would get in the way of the multi-man nature of the matchup. So pinfalls or submissions must occur in the ring. Last person standing. No pun intended. Stay tuned for our main event. But last man eligible in the ring is your winner. There will be 5 eliminations. See if Spawn can pull off another miracle. Somehow, someway, defending his title successfully in a 10-man rumble the other week. And what a performance it was. Hey, Rocco! Thank you very much for resubscribing. Hang on. Can't quite see my wacky waving inflatable fun wacky blah 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 tube guy, but I can do this. A little tambourine for you. Thank you so much for your continued support of the Silent G unit. Appreciate you, buddy. As we get down to the ring for these intros. This one's gonna be wild. And one of the signature match types of the GWA, the leader of the six-pack. six-way elimination. We've had them in the men's and women's division. As out comes Jean-Claude
The
Van
following
Damme
contest
with his
is
entrance
scheduled
jeans.
for one fall and is for the Super Hardcore Internet Television Championship.
The Super Hardcore Internet
Introducing
Television
the
Championship.
challenger, representing the Social Outcasts from New York, weighing in at 225 pounds, John Clark Van Dam.
Close. I think it's John. I think he said John Clark Van Dam. Close though. I also think the ring announcer just faded away in the ring, or did I just see something like a ghostly apparition? Apparition. Who's here? I see extra flu. Hey, hang on. Somebody was scratching my floor. None of that. Be scratching stuff.
Representing the Geeks from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 187 pounds, Dennis Reynolds.
Amazing that one's accurate. Dennis Reynolds. Entrant number 2. Everyone starts in the ring at the same time, so the entrance order isn't all that significant, other than you would assume the champ would come out last. But I doubt it, because they're probably coming out right now. Oh no.
Representing the Trailblazers from England, weighing in at 212 pounds, Gordon Randy.
Gordon Randy. Close enough. Capacity crowd on hand for GWA Cold Snap. Here in beautiful Houston, Texas. Could be happier to have you along for the ride. Strolling down the gnarly wrestling aisle, the only professional wrestling promotion with 3 silent letters for its acronym, the GWA. As we await our 4th competitor in this one. And here is the champ. Couldn't wait any longer.
From the pits of hell,
There they are.
weighing in at 326 pounds, he is the Super Hardcore Internet Television Champion, Sean.
Sean, as he's affectionately known. All right. So we still have 2 other contenders to enter the fray. Bear that in mind, and here comes the first of the 2 of them. Bold of the champ to be like, you know what? I'm going to come out 4th. And then send 2 other people, and then we can start the match. As out comes
From
Deadpool.
New York, weighing in at 223
To a
pounds,
chorus of boos.
Death Powell.
Death Powell. And finally, the 6th and final combatant in this Leader of the Six-Pack match for the GWA Multimedia Championship, making their way to the ring in short order. Please welcome the one, the only... ...
Representing the Misfits from California, weighing in at 229 pounds, Johnny Lawrence.
Johnny Lawrence. Sweep the leg, representing Miyagi Fang. Good lord, look at this massive humanity, and Spawn towers over them all. Hang on, he's got a finish already, and up goes Johnny Lawrence into the Hellstorm! Into the cover! 1, 2... Lawrence somehow survives an immediate Hellstorm. And it's not just because, well, it's 100% because I gave everybody a finish to start the matchup. Good gravy. Just to get the blood pumping and the violence started and the damage started. Snake eyes into the corner, into the turnbuckle goes Lawrence. Lasso from El Paso to Deadpool there by Dennis Reynolds. Lawrence just got dropped throat first across the ropes. You see JCVD and Gordon Ramsay on the outside of the ring, paired off. Dennis Reynolds inside the ring gets countered by Deadpool. After he had him hoisted up for a powerbomb, perhaps. A leader of the six-pack match means 5 eliminations must occur, and inside the ring, upper kick from Johnny Lawrence, looking for the pin. 1, 2. Had he eliminated Spawn, he would be guaranteed a new multimedia champion. Spawn already survived a 10-man rumble to defend the belt. No idea how he pulled that out. Tiger driver to Gordon Ramsay. 1, 2. Ramsay out at 2. And all 6 of these athletes hit the ground running and did not give up. There's JCVD in the center of the ring with Ramsay and that submission of his. As Rasco throws a tomato at Gordon Ramsay. It's like... stayed a while. That's fun. Whoa, Dennis Reynolds missing. Meanwhile, Johnny Lawrence still taking it to Spawn. Just got a 1 count that time though. Lots going on in this one. Got to pin or submit your opponents in the ring. Anything else goes. An elimination match, so the last person remaining is your multimedia champion. Oh, Reynolds has Deadpool hoisted. Spawn inadvertently broke that up with these rolling Germans. Germaning Johnny Lawrence into Dennis Reynolds and Deadpool. JCVD still with Gordon on the floor. Another upper kick to Spawn. Lawrence going for a huge upset here. 1, 2. Spawn again out at 2. Action all over the place. Lawrence and Spawn isolated in the ring. Lawrence going up top. Ooh, misses the double stomp. Spawn's up. Sends him across the ring. He, went for a belly to belly, but Lawrence caught him. As you see Deadpool and Gordon Ramsay brawling. JCVD and Dennis Reynolds brawling. Lawrence gets tossed halfway across the ring by Spawn, your reigning multimedia champion. Has a long way to go to defend his title tonight. Oh, what a fisherman buster. Spawn firing all the lasers tonight. Holding nothing back. Hang on, Dennis Reynolds. Dennis Reynolds. Oh, wait, it is false count anywhere. As they're outside the ring, I just noticed. Oh, that adds an extra wrinkle. My word. So it is false count anywhere. Lawrence running around a bunch of the combatants in the ring to get all the time and space he needs to lock in to hit that kick on Spawn. Reynolds might get tapped out here to JCVD. Loves that submission. Dennis Reynolds in trouble. No, waved off. JCVD going for the cover instead. This could work. 2 and 3. Dennis Reynolds eliminated first. 5 competitors remain. Reynolds worn down with that submission and then pinned by Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now working on Johnny Lawrence in the ring. Spawn in an opposite corner, looking to join the fray. Deadpool and Gordon Ramsay outside the ring. Gordon Ramsay has spent most of his time fighting for his life outside the ring here. Another upper kick to Spawn by Johnny Lawrence. Looking to upset the champ. Crown a new one. Got him! Spawn eliminated! We're gonna have a new multimedia champion! 4 fighters remain. One of which is going to be first-time multimedia champion here in the GWA. Deadpool looking to eliminate Jean-Claude Van Damme. Did he ever kick out at 2? The only unfortunate part of Rasco using all those stickers is they don't make it to the video screen on the chat line.
Oh, JCVD is out. We're down to 3. Gordon trying to pin Lawrence as Deadpool watches on. 2, 3. Gordon Ramsay and Deadpool.
Oh no, is Gordon Ramsay going to run into the match and win? Like typical WWE booking where he spent most of the match outside and he just comes in at the end and wins? That's how they built Roman Reigns. Deadpool with a rather conservative submission here. Just trying to attack the already worn down Gordon Ramsay, take no risks, and walk out with the multimedia title. Gordon Ramsay looking to bring gold to the Reality Check stable that he runs with Steve Harvey and Dr. Phil.
Billy Goat's curse on Deadpool, trying to tap him out.
But he's too close to the ropes. That inverted Boston Crab variation. Deadpool got him up. Oh, shoulder breaker. I thought he was going tombstone. Went shoulder breaker. Pulls Gordon back up center of the ring. Ramsey fighting back. Scoops up Deadpool. Around and round we go. Airplane spin. Both men disoriented. Now we're going the other way. Thoroughly blended is Deadpool. Into the cover goes Ramsey for the Multimedia Championship. Deadpool kicks it too. And Ramsey staying all over him. Back into that shin lock. This can still turn into a submission after that work on the lower back, and especially with his knee back there. Look at him cranking backwards. Deadpool might tap here. Deadpool could tap here, but no. Ramsey relinquishes the hold. Ramsey going up top. Looking to put Deadpool down and out. Dear Lord, what a maneuver into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Gordon Ramsay is your winner and the new Multimedia Champion. The most volatile belt in the GWA finds a new home. Three-time champion Spawn defeated. Gordon Ramsay with his first win.
Here is your winner and new Super Hardcore Internet Television Champion, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Randy. Gordon. All right, 3 more matches to go. 2 title fights and this singles match. Ah, poor Rasco. The fire in my laser one literally said firing my laser, and the tomato one was just tomato squishy sounds. Now he's Golden Ramsay. Nice, I like that. All right, the biggest test in the singles career of Darkseid, and one could say the biggest test in the singles career of Spider-Man, who is normally in multi-man matches for the multimedia title. Darkseid v Spider-Man. I got big plans for Darkseid if he wins, and obviously if he loses, he'll be feuding with Spider-Man. So big things either way. The stickers showed, Rasco, for sure. They all showed up. I'm sorry, your phone net's all chappy. Chappy to pee-pee. Really, you should be broadcasting GWA throughout your store. I mean, let's be honest. If you want to drive up sales and engage your customer base, you show them Darkseid versus Spider-Man. Kind of action they can only get when strolling down the gnarly wrestling aisle. Big whiff on that dive from Spider-Man. Darkseid gonna make him pay for it. Darkseid getting back to his winning ways after a brief feud with the Kings of Bel Air. Finally setting his sights on a title in the GWA, perhaps. We now know that Gordon Ramsay is in possession of the Multimedia Championship. Perhaps Darkseid will set his sights on that one. Or One might presume he has more lofty ambitions and is awaiting the winner of the Lex Luthor Superman Last Man Standing match in our main event. Of course, for the GWA Multiversal Championship, as he currently has Spider-Man in a bow and arrow submission. Rolls over for a pin attempt. A no count for Spider-Man there. After that initial flurry, it's been all Darkseid. The slow, methodical, grinding style of Darkseid as he's just dragging Spider-Man across the canvas right now. Shoots the half, forearm across the jaw, still gets a no count. But the point is, further wearing down Spider-Man every time he's got to kick the full weight of Darkseid off his body. Crowd not a fan of his methods, but they certainly are effective. Oh, Spider-Man catches him napping with a splash. Big double stomp to the chest. Off the ropes now comes Spidey. Finger guns aimed at Darkseid. Diving off the Hurricane Rana, nicely done. Standing moonsault misses. Darkseid scurries out of the way. Back to his feet. It's the Lord of Apocalypse. Double underhook belly to belly.
Oh, the big whoopsie. Into the cover. 1, 2.
Spider-Man at a 2.5. Darkseid adjusts his armor. It's right back to the fight.
Oh, drops the big elbow and holds it for the pin. 1, 2. No! 2.9, and somehow Spider-Man gets that one shoulder up, but that's all it takes. Darkseid just step on his chest. Back to that bow and arrow. Oh, stretching out the spine of Spidey. Your friendly neighborhood spinal adjustment. Courtesy of Darkseid. And match 8 of 10 here on the pay-per-view. After the conclusion of this one, I'm going to go feed the cat. So I will be feeding the cat during the entrances and perhaps the opening few moments of the Women's Championship match. As Spider-Man's dialing it up. Kablam! The area code of New York. I keep meaning to look up what that is. Oh, missing the springboard frog splash, however, as the follow-up. Darkseid scrambling to get back on top here. Measures up for another elbow. 1, 2, 3. Darkseid smothers Spider-Man.
See some of the action in this one. The big whoopsie. That vicious elbow drop. Second one did the job. Not going to get out of that when he lays his full weight across your chest. Did not help you.
Here is your winner, Derek Snyder.
Derek Snyder. Darkseid, aka Derek Snyder. Snyder is the obvious joke there. All right, semi-main time. Let's leave these entrances on. As Wonder Woman is going to challenge Katy Perry for the GWA World Women's title in just a straight up match. Straight singles contest. Nothing fancy about this. But once I start the entrances, I got to run off and give Hetty his foods. I'm late. Okay, I'm gonna try a different. Sure. I mean, it's still got electric piano and stuff. Okay. Back in a bit.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Women's Championship.
Oh, perfect timing as they display the belt on the line. The Women's Championship.
Introducing the challenger
we
from
go.
the City of Angels, Wonderful Woodward.
Wonderful Woodward.
And introducing the champion from California, she's the World Women's Champion, K.T. Perry.
There she is, the wild-eyed Women's Champion, Katy Perry, against the Amazonian Princess, Wonder Woman. Who will survive and what will be left of them? B. Got gifted from Rasco. Thank you, Rasco. Let me shake for that. Rasco, thank you for your gifted sub. Shout out to B. For her continued support. Whether she likes it or not. Thank you, Rasco. Appreciate you. Challenger with the early advantage on the champion. Challenger has worked her way into this title opportunity, winning a single elimination tournament, while Katy Perry was out touring. Certainly, I'm not saying it's not grueling, but certainly a different type of physical activity than regular in-ring competition to prepare for a title fight. And we might be seeing that in the early going here. Oh, nice counter by Perry into that solo Spanish fly. It's caught in a DDT. Nice float over there by Wonder Woman. Action kind of stuck in this corner here. Past moment or so. Challenger missing with an elbow. Champion landing a forearm. Knocking Wonder Woman across the ring. And they're set up. Nice swinging neck breaker. Drop her into the canvas with it. Floats over, rolling neck snap. Shades of Kurt Hennig on that one. Once again hooking up Wonder Woman, got her up. Wonder Woman floats free. German suplex to Katy Perry. Oh, what a combination of strikes by Wonder Woman, ending with that knee. That heavily padded knee of Wonder Woman into the jaw of Katy Perry, dragging her away from the ropes. Into the cover, hook on the leg, 1, 2. Less than a count away from a new champion in the women's division. Katy Perry still retaining. Still living to fight another day. Hang on. The lasso of truth by Wonder Woman. 1, 2, 3. Wonder Woman dominates to become the World Women's Champion. Now a show of sportsmanship between champion and former champion. There it is. You'll love to see it. I don't know why they didn't elect to show her winning the title belt, or in saying, and new women's champion, when they just did a potential rivalry story at the end. But whatever. Potential rivalry. I don't care. She won the friggin' title. Show her winning the title. Anyway. Okay. Main event time. 1-on-1, last man standing. Lex Luthor challenging Superman for the Multiversal Championship. This one's going to get wild. You have to knock your opponent down so that they cannot answer the 10 count. Anything goes in getting them to that point. No countouts, no disqualifications, submissions don't matter, pinfalls don't matter. You must incapacitate your opponent to the point that they cannot answer a 10 count and stand back to their own 2 feet.
only momentarily. Our other two singles championships changed hands tonight.
The
Does
following
the
contest
Multiversal Championship
is a
follow
last
suit?
man standing match and is for the World's Wrestling Championship.
Worlds plural. Here comes the challenger. Okay, I don't think they're not going to like name them until. Okay, so I'm just going to wait till they're keyed since I'm sitting here. All right, he gets keyed. They do the intro, the actual like ring intro in the ring for the championship matches. At least the one-on-one ones. Luther drinking it in. Supremely confident in his ability to defeat Superman tonight and become Multiversal Champion. But here is our reigning and defending GWA title holder, the Multiversal Champion Superman, making his way to the ring. Here we go. For the richest prize in our sport, there you see it, the GWA Multiversal Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Kansas, weighing in at 262 pounds, Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor in his specially designed Kryptonian battle armor has been preparing
And
for this
introducing the
conflict for
champion
months.
From out of this world, weighing in at 299 pounds, he is the world's wrestling champion, Bart Man.
Absolutely, Rasco. Nothing wrong with this whatsoever. It's certainly not going to cause a rift that could destroy the very fabric of the universe, if not the GWA specifically. Superman has been a fighting champion, but a distracted champion, being pulled in all sorts of directions. Lex Luthor has been patiently stalking out and waiting his opportunity at this title. Will he capitalize? Last man standing rules. For all the marbles, here we go. Lex Luthor is going to try to knock you out with the pedigree. I do believe he's got Triple H's moveset. Meanwhile, Superman is going to look to employ the spear to set you up for the him punch. That jumping Superman punch of his. As he is a finisher and signature swapped version of Roman Reigns, ultimately. Which I thought made sense, because he had the Superman punch, and he also has the spear, which is essentially like Superman flying at you. And then Lex Luthor being Triple H, I just thought was fun. Both competitors going back and forth with wear down moves in the early going of this. Rather cautious start between both gentlemen. Hang on! Spoke too soon. There's our first big move of the matchup. Huge spine buster by Lex. Look at him. Raring to go if Superman even moves.
3, 4, 5,
Superman not stirring. We're already at 5.
6.
6, and Superman back to his feet just like that. Taking his time. Catching his breath. Getting pedigreed by a Luthor! Center of the ring! Luthor drinking it in. He thinks he's won already.
3.
Pulling Superman back to his feet. Breaking the count at 3. I don't know how wise that is. He could have won the title right there. Now he's getting choked out by the Multiversal Champion.
Somehow able to fight free. Slapping the taste out of Superman's mouth is Lex Luthor with a hammerlock now. Into the suplex. Ref, start your count. The impatient Lex Luthor once again picking Superman up well ahead of the 10 count. Into the him punch by Superman! He pulls Lex Luthor right back to his feet after the him punch. Got him up! What are we doing? Hey guys, dropping him across the top rope. Once again he pulls him back to his feet. Toss him across the ring with a suplex. Superman's still not done. Wailing away in the side of the bald head of Lex Luthor. Kick to the side of the head by Superman. It's enough to start the count of the ref. See, Lex looks half out of it on the ground here. See if he starts to stir or when he starts to stir. 6. We're up to 7. 8. Lex begins to stir. Superman pounces on him immediately. Countered! Big counter by Lex. They're having an 8-second power nap before he's back to his feet. Oh my God! He just laundered at Superman over the ropes to the floor. You'll believe a man can fall. As the ref lays in the count, Luthor standing triumphant in the center of the ring, drinking in the adulation of these fans. 5 seconds away from a new champion. We're up to 7. Superman's starting to move a little bit. 8. He's up at 8. Luthor chasing him outside the ring. Furious. Running for another suplex. Oh, drops him face first with the gourd buster. Back into the ring goes Lex.
2, 3, 4.
Contender looking strong in the moment.
5, 6,
Up to 6.
7,
7.
8.
Once again up at 8 is Superman. Lex slides back out, looking to inflict more punishment. Got him up for another gourd buster. Oh no, going delayed vertical this time, making him think about it. And over he goes. Pulls him right back. Oh, into a dragon sleeper. He's gonna choke him out, so he definitely can't get up. Superman is out. No, wait. Desperately fights free. Grabs a hold of Lex. Superman DDT. Back into the ring goes Superman. Lex is down.
2, 3.
Hey Rob, what's going on, buddy? Just some time for our main event. Last man standing, Lex and Supes. Your current multiversal champion triumphant in the ring at the moment. We're up to 8. Lex is up at 8. Superman chases him outside the ring. Stuffs an attempt at, I believe, at a spine buster there. Oh God. Just wailing away on the side of the bald head of Lex Luthor. Try and get back into this thing. Oh God. Just bounces him off the guardrail and returns to the ring. Job done.
2, 3.
The softest title win in history, and I think I just jinxed it. Lex drinking it in.
6,
Thinks he's got it all but one. He could be right.
8.
We're up at 8. Oh. Up he gets. Back down he goes, courtesy of Lex Luthor. Oh no, hang on. Big Blue fighting free. Got him up. Spins him around. Powerbomb onto the guardrail. Oh, he's not done. Oh, now trying to break his knees so he can't stand. Superman rolls back inside.
2, 3, 4.
What a pay-per-view it's been. Cold Snap. Everything we dreamed of and more, and what a main event capping it off. Superman and Lex, one time and one time only. As we're up to 8 on Lex, and he's up to his feet. Superman over the ropes to the floor to meet him. Oh, and he gets bounced off the post.
Oh, thank you so much for your subscription. Hang on.
Woo! Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for keeping support of the Silent G unit.
Oh, gourd buster to Superman. Lex stalking his prey. Lex to return to the ring.
3,
This could have done it. This last impact at the face of Superman could have knocked him out. Lex certainly thinks so.
7.
Superman crawls to his feet at 7. Back into the ring where this fight started. Just rolling back and forth, wailing on each other. Superman picks him up. Oh God. And over the ropes he goes! Earlier in the match, Superman got lawn darted out of the ring, and it's Lex's turn. As his spine bounces off the floor, the ref lays in the count.
4, 5, 6, 7,
We're up to 7.
8.
Lex still out at 8. We're up to 9, and Lex just beats the count at 9. What a flurry from Luther, who almost saw his championship hopes slip away. Fighting for everything he's worth. Meanwhile, Superman, looking to maintain and retain, collapsed under the weight of carrying Lex Luthor.
2,
What happened there?
3,
It's like his legs failed him. Crowd smells something fishy.
6,
Luther, way too happy about this.
7,
What's going on?
8.
Superman still manages to get back up at 8. Gets bounced off the guardrail, and that's it. That's all you need. As long as the ref count starts, we're good.
3, 4, 5.
Count continues. Lame way to win or retain a title, Superman.
8.
As he's up at 8, he's getting bounced off the guardrail face first. Oh! What a shot by Superman. Oh! Murder backdrop driver. Shades of Masa Saito with that one.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Superman waiting patiently. Referee up to 8.
8.
Lex still not stirring at 9. Oh, and he's just up at the count of 9. Oh, and a backdrop suplex for Superman. Ran into that one quite literally.
2,
And now it's Lex with the opportunity to win the title.
4, 5, 6, 7,
8. Extra pause on that 8. We'll be talking to that ref later. But Superman up at 8 somehow, some way. Pop up into the punch to Lex. Soup's not done. Soup's still cold. Soup's still heating on the stove. Oh, off the post once again. I can hear that from here. Must be lead.
2,
Didn't see that coming.
3, 4,
Oh, Lex thinks he's done it. Lex thinks that was it. The knockout shot he needed.
6,
What a disgusting thud that skull made bouncing off the post. And it may have cost Superman the championship. And he's up at 8 again. Lex getting into it with the ref. Wait a minute, ref. Lex, what are you doing? Lex just yeeted the ref to the floor. What's going on, Rasco? Yes, it was a good gong sound. Ref right back up. There's no disqualifications to the last man standing. Lex can still win this thing.
2,
Ref got to do his job.
3, 4, 5,
Those black gentlemen, those bald black twins, those gentlemen in the front row are not impressed with Lex's tactics, I can tell you that much. Two brothers just wanted to bring their kids to a nice wrestling show. I mean, literal brothers. They look like twins. Oh, and he's going to choke him out for his efforts. Tap, you son of a gun. Lex tapping furiously, but that's not going to stop any pain. He might be out, though.
2, 3, 4,
Superman standing over the fallen Lex, patiently waiting. Perhaps he will rise, perhaps not. Superman supremely confident that he's choked out his arch nemesis Lex Luthor as we approach number 9. Lex starting to stir. Superman right back on top of him. Gonna choke him out again. Taps him twice for good measure. Good Lord, and it sends Superman breaking the count at 3. I guess he was trying to kick that cat sticker off the screen. I love that you have so many and I haven't seen the same one twice.
4, 5, 6,
Superman calling for the end.
7,
Up to 8.
8,
This could do it. No, up at 9 again. And once again, Kal-El of Krypton all over Lex Luthor of Earth. Luthor able to reverse the attempt at the submission that time. And now he's stalking Superman. This could only mean pedigree. Center of the ring. Dropped on his dome. Count that man down, ref.
2,
Crowd thinks it's going to take one more to put him down and out.
4, 5, 6, 7,
We're up to 8.
8,
Superman hasn't moved. 9, and he's up at 9. Oh, just grabbing the leg of Luthor. Out of desperation, your multiversal champion remains in this fight. Oh, and he collapses under the weight of Luthor once again. I don't know why that's a thing. Maybe his Kryptonian battle armor is really heavy.
2, 3,
Lex not satisfied to win the title that way. Pulls him back up to his feet at 3. Gonna plant him back into the canvas. No! Superman blocks the pedigree. Pulls Luthor back to his feet. Him punch! He may have knocked him out. 2, 3. Count along at home. 4, 5. We're halfway there. 6, 7. What's up, Kate? You might be just in time for the finish of the show. 9. And Luthor's up at 9 again. Thrown across the ring. Superman continuing to wail away. Hey, Rabbit, what's going on, bud? Yeah, happy Turkey Day. Good to see you.
2, 3, 4,
It'll be something lame like this, like you just wore him down. Oh, full post from Superman. Supremely confident in this one. We're up at 8. We're up at 9, and he's finally back to his feet. Luther hanging on for dear life here. Slips free. Scoops him up. Power slam. Oh, to have the strength and wherewithal left at this point of the matchup to do that. Very impressive by Luther. Once again got Superman up. Oh, no, 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 no. Powerbomb to the floor. Oh, look at the grimace of pain on the face of Superman as the ref rolls to the floor to begin the count. This could do it. This is the second time Superman has been sent over the top rope to the floor bodily by Lex Luthor. This time spine first with that power bomb, and he is not moving.
7, 8.
We're up at 8. 9. 10. Lex Luthor's done it. He has won the multiversal title. Powerbomb the soul out of his body. And Lex Luthor is your champion. Clean as a whistle. I mean, it's hard to cheat in a last man standing match.
Here is your winner and new world
Dear Lord,
Wrestling
Lex Luthor is on
champion,
top of the mountain.
Lex Luthor.
What does this mean for the future of the GWA? Stay tuned next week for Trebuchet to find out. Sad kitty is sad. I would like to exit and prepare for the next show. Sounds delightful. I mean, I'll just calendar over to the next thing. Back up here. Wowzers. What a development. Revolting or otherwise. Ooh, I will be airing... Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Next week, we're doing these 2 weeks of Trebuchet. And then the following stream, we're going to do these 2 weeks of Trebuchet, but I'm also probably going to show the Royal Rumble, because I just can't help myself. Even though it's a WWE sponsored thing. I still won't be able to help myself. It's too fun to watch. Okay, we got a new sheriff in town, and his name is Lex Luthor. Your multiversal champion, playing the long game, and it paid off big time. All singles champions changed hands. The tag team belts were all successfully defended. That's fun. But that is going to do it for me. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank Rasco for hanging. Rocco was here. Rob was here. All the R's. White Rabbit. Kate was here. Kind of ruined the convention of the speech convention there, or the consonants at least. Kate, how dare you? I guess Crazy Cat Lady Kate counts. Anyway, y'all, thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you had a great time. I forget my usual sign out. I'm pretty tired. Blah 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 blah. Oh, something about positive energy, etc., etc. Oh, don't apologize, Kate. I'm just teasing. I'm just getting ready for dinner, which I'm desperate for. And that means I'm done for the afternoon. Thanks, y'all. Enjoy your weekend. I'm back Monday afternoon with some Starfield. Gotta get back into the good graces of Herb Langley there and get back amongst the stars. Take care, y'all. We got some fun stuff planned for the rest of the night in the Discord, if you happen to be on board. Ta-ta for now. Otherwise, peace.